So we're good. We're good sound wise.
Yeah,
we're good to roll.
sound-wise. Oh shit!
Are you bringing us in, Cody?
Fine.
I think Kelly would like that though.
Let me.
No, Kelly.
I am not sure who Kelly is, but
Kelly
whoever
Gibbons?
she is, I will.
Like-
Oh, you have a girl?
No. Casey's face. He's like, wait a minute. That's how we're starting it off, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait, is this the
Casey,
start?
if you wanna introduce the.
All right,
number.
everybody, welcome to episode number.
Look on the calendar.
Oh, you actually have an actual calendar.
Yeah.
You're a caveman.
Episode 20. Episode 20.
Yes.
Wait, this is 20? I thought the last one was 20.
No. No.
Anyway, welcome to this episode.
Yeah, this is 21.
I'm a date this
Yeah,
one.
this is 21.
This is 20. I watched.
This is 21.
This is 21 because I didn't edit 20 yet.
Okay. So this is 21.
So this is 21.
It is Friday, June 18th. And today we have a guest, the Miscellaneous on Twitch.
You've seen him in our fucking
you've
description
seen him.
for 1,000
yeah.
years.
Wait, really?
You're in like every.
Yeah, we've
single
thrown you in every
podcast
description.
Why?
Because you're linked.
It's my friends that also stream, and then it's Nick, and then it's you, and now it's Ethan.
Well, I really appreciate that. I had no idea you did that for me.
Yeah, so we
I
got
thought it was
our
fun.
pal here. We got our pal Kyle, and he's gonna join us on this lovely
What-
adventure of
Indeed.
audio.
You know, actually, I put you guys in my description too. Just I wouldn't check for a couple days.
Oh,
Just in case, we'll give it like
Yeah.
about
Oh,
a
I
week's
saw you
time.
subbed recently, and I'm like, another victim.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking creepy.
But yeah, so
Oh.
today we're just gonna,
And
chill out.
if there's any audio glitches, we are trying out noise suppression using OBS. Thank God for Kyle telling me that. I had no idea it existed.
all right. So Kyle, if you would like to introduce yourself, maybe say what kind of things you stream on Twitch, so people can get a rough idea.
I do a really unique kind of like streams on Twitch where I play video games.
Uh huh.
Really
Really?
unique. I have a total of 40 followers.
Really?
Probably reducing at this very moment because I've streamed in like a week. But
They're reducing because they realized he came on this podcast.
Well, no. You don't
Yeah.
understand. He's not getting anything from this podcast. We have nobody.
Oh yeah, he's not gaining a shit.
Yeah, he's like, this is before they blow up. This is the small podcast that gets unrecognized and sent off into oblivion.
well, who knows? There could be that one stalker that's been following, and
Oh,
then maybe they'll stalk me.
dude.
I can get that.
Maybe.
I wish.
Maybe.
If only.
But yeah, he's just a, I guess, streamer then.
Yeah,
just
I
normal
mostly do
stream.
Super Smash Brothers, which I'm definitely going to get in the competitive scene pretty soon.
Well, you're already like what, semi-pro?
That reminds me.
No, I'm actually going to my first local this Sunday.
Really?
The first one. I wanted to go back in March,
Very nice.
which was literally the beginning of quarantine.
Jesus.
So the
Did they
moment I
just-
wanted to get into it,
it was like a big.
Yeah, they
fat
just
fuck
have
you.
those out like
out and about.
tournaments.
yeah.
places?
There's one near me right now.
Really?
Not too far. Not too
Oh,
far. away
like
from
a
here,
physical
actually.
location, not
Physical
okay.
location.
Oh shit.
They're capping it right now. It's a max of 36 players allowed.
Didn't Nintendo not like, I guess I don't remember when, like sometime either during or right before the pandemic, have like this huge issue where they came in and they closed the tournament down because it was like
That was Melee. I think you're thinking of Melee.
yeah, I think
That makes
That was a completely different thing where they were still playing online. And basically what happened is they were doing a modded version of Melee.
the Game Awards were filled with free melee.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's why.
You know what
mm,
the worst part is, what the mod even just did
Mhm.
was just make it so that online was like viable. That's all the mod did.
Yep.
And Nintendo was like, man, but that's not how the game originally was. Like,
man, I don't know. That's not like how the game was supposed to be
That's why I'm
played. So like,
iffy with Nintendo, because I grew up with like the Game Boy, the I had like every single version of the DS, except for after the 3DS I stopped, and then I got the Switch because y'all had it, and I was like, okay, I get to do Pokemon nowadays, and Animal Crossing, which I've never played. And no,
You and
because
everybody
it was
else.
always a big thing, and like it was something I felt like I missed out on because there's a huge part of my childhood I didn't fucking
Well,
play
see-
a lot of games. I had a PS1, and I had Newgrounds games.
Right. Well, see, here's the thing with like Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing is one of those weird games where it's like super popular, but it's also really niche.
It is.
Like it's like
it's hard.
Everyone loves Animal Crossing, but do they really?
It's hard to get into, for sure.
You know?
It feels at this point like a trend.
Yeah.
Like everyone has to be like, oh wow, you bought that cute little game with the people running around.
Yeah.
I'll get it too.
Oh man, there's a little cat person in my village. Holy fucking shit, dude! Fucking, I can't believe it.
Yo, I mean, we've said this on.
I can't wait for them to not help with my financial gain.
Right. I've said this before on the podcast, but Zapper and Feeding Frenzy was my fucking shit. Like that. That's what I lived off of.
What
computer
what
like Newgrounds. Zapper was like this little.
I played Newgrounds games. I played Newgrounds games.
Okay, but those were. I don't think those weren't Newgrounds.
They're just computer
internet games, and like it was before like what would you say, real PC gaming.
Well,
and
yeah.
PC gaming.
Yeah.
This was back in the day where like you would get a game like on a disc,
early 2000s.
you know, and like put it in your computer.
Somewhere
and
I still have Age of Empires too.
I don't know how many free trials of Feeding Frenzy I went through, but it's somewhere in the hundreds.
What?
Like coming back in different disguises, like
you could go online, like even Xbox had it, the Xbox 360. They you could buy the game on the store, or you could do the free trial up to a certain level. And then also online, you know, they had up to a certain level you could play how many levels, and then your free trial would end, and they're like, buy the game. And I would never buy the game because I was like a kid. I'm like, what the fuck is money?
Imagine if you would have bought that game, you would have had Feeding Frenzy all this time. You would have just had it.
If there's one thing on this channel that we need to do,
is play Feeding Frenzy.
I'm playing
but just to the trial, like just to the trial level.
No, that's part of the new series. I want that game to be part of the new series. Did we already announce?
Did we already announce? No, I don't. Well, we might have.
You're asking on the podcast if we announced it
because I don't remember. I mean, by now it would be in episode 20 if we did. Which is unreleased.
Well, basically,
as of right this second.
You're gonna hear about it again. It's a series we're planning called Mouthwash. Cody has a terrible swearing problem. I mean, mine isn't great either, but he wants to get better with it. So the idea was that we start playing like a difficult game series on Mouthwash, and we start it. And as soon as Cody says like,
"It's dust."
Okay, like sorry, something just fell off the ceiling fan.
I missed a lot. I missed a lot of the fan.
But we start a hard game. We have Cody play it, and the first time that he starts like swearing, we cut the series off.
It stops.
And then start a new game.
The game gets cut until it's at a harder level. So we start off at level 0. I can say shit, piss, damn, and like basic words like crap and all that. But the hardest level, I can't even say crap or crud or institution.
We're trying to rinse his mouth out through playing games.
And cool so concept. every time I swear, if I swear, the game gets clapped for that entire level.
Yeah, then we just start a whole new series.
On another level, if I'm on another level, that game can come back.
Yeah, but it's going to be harder for you.
Yeah, it's going to be even harder.
That's interesting. I would like to watch it. That sounds really cool.
I'm really fucking stoked for this.
We're playing that eventually. I'm gonna have him playing shit like Sekiro. I'm gonna be having him play like.
I just been fucking without realizing it. is that any?
I'm gonna have him play a lot of like FromSoft titles like Sekiro, Dark Souls, Bloodborne, all of that, and then we'll just find like maybe some like Neo. Neo is
from the main.
It's a Souls-like game. N-I-O-H.
Oh, I keep thinking it's Nio.
I'm not a fan of
is it Nio or Neo?
Like, I really want to play Elden Ring.
Oh my god! So
I didn't give a shit about it until I saw that it was Vikings.
Well, it's not all Vikings.
No, but it's Norse mythology and it's badass.
Sort of. It's Norse.
It's
influence.
England is my city. I don't.
Where did that come from?
Okay, all right.
Who said that? Was that Jake Paul?
No, it was that fucker that Jake brought in. One of the mangy ones off the road.
Probably.
They're all the same to me.
The saddest part is that was a guy's only minute of fame.
No.
You get a Jake Paul video.
Daniel about that amount of fame.
No, probably less.
Probably less than, dude. At least damn Daniel
Our
had some
fame?
respect.
He got on to freaking Ellen DeGeneres.
Oh yeah, no, then you ain't famous.
That guy probably got like a booking at a poem club.
Was that
and that's it.
after or before the allegations?
I don't know.
Okay,
Absolutely
so
not.
speaking of Elden Ring, have you played, From Software titles, Dark Souls, Bloodborne, all
I
that?
played
like-
Dark Souls with you.
That's right. But like, did you enjoy it?
I was gonna say, didn't he like?
Okay.
Don't you both own PS4?
But that's the only. Isn't that the only Dark Souls? Like, have you
I
played the
Dark
other
Souls
ones?
1, 3. I've never played Bloodborne. I've never played Sekiro.
Born Blood.
I mean,
Mhm.
journalists are always saying every game is like Dark Souls, so I basically played a million From Software.
It's not as bad as people say,
I
really.
hate when they do
But-
that because they're not really like Dark Souls. They're just comparing it to a hard game.
Well, because it gets clicks.
Because
That's
because
it.
Well, yeah,
it's
but they're
easy. It's
also
like,
known for,
this
like-
is like Dark Souls.
Yeah, Dark Souls is so hard. I can't play this game. It's so fucking hard.
That's exactly.
But it's
what
like
it
it's
is.
not.
It's
It's
really
exaggerated.
not
It's heavily
that bad.
exaggerated.
I can play farther in Dark Souls than I can in Cuphead.
Oh, dude, Cuphead's hard as fuck.
For sure.
Yeah, I heard about that. I mean, Dark
100%.
Souls has not a difficulty in can you do it? It's difficulty as in do you have the patience to keep trying until
That-
Yeah,
that's
it's a
what it
patience
is.
simulator.
It
That's
really-
essentially what
Which-
Dark Souls
Which
is.
I think is really good for you.
Yeah, I love Dark Souls games. Like, I want to go back and play through 1, honestly.
One could be fun. I have the remaster for the Switch. I
But-
played for about an hour and just stopped.
Yeah. But, like, so Elden Ring's
I
trailer
don't know how
finally
people
dropped.
play
We've been
this.
waiting for it for years now. We were convinced that Elden Ring just didn't exist. For anyone who doesn't know, I don't know how you don't know if you follow gaming in general. But Elden Ring is a new From Software title written by Miyazaki and
the dude
George
from,
R. R.
Game of
Martin,
Thrones.
the dude from Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
It's like a joint.
the guy who he still didn't finish his books, did he?
I don't know. I don't know if George
Does anyone finish
finished
their
his-
books?
Tolkien did.
The I mean,
Tolkien.
Harry
finished
Potter's
his books.
constantly being rewritten.
Hold on, though.
and
We
retconned.
don't talk about that. We don't talk.
We
Get
don't-
that
we
shit
don't
out.
talk
Get
about
that disgrace out
But-
of here.
We finally get the trailer, and Elden Ring looks gorgeous. And I've been
It
hearing
does. I
more.
saw the trailer.
I've been hearing more. Yes, Cody.
Is something wrong?
Is it because I said healing instead of hearing?
I just realized.
Can someone elaborate? I'm very confused.
I'm confused as well, man. I don't know what to tell you.
So there's two things. There's a YouTuber called, I think his name's Banjo or whatever, and he does a lot of like mic reviews and shit. And you look just like him because you got the beanie, the headphones, and a flannel on, and you got a nice Shure microphone in front of you. And then on top of that, you just look like every generic podcaster on with a radio show because of what you're wearing as well. I'm sorry. It just caught me off guard, like at both angles. It just scared the shit out of me. I was not ready.
Well, that just means I look official. Now shut the fuck up. Anyway,
Exactly. I think that was related to Elden Rings.
It must be.
it's not, but okay. But basically, I've been hearing a lot of things. Like, apparently, there's going to be a lot more build customization going on because a lot of. If you've played Dark Souls 3, that you know that a lot of weapons had weapon skills.
Decent.
Weapon skills can now be applied to different weapons.
Oh.
Most likely of the same type, but like.
Oh, okay.
So wait, does that mean like, okay, this has like a fire effect on
No,
it?
no, no, no.
What do
Like,
you mean?
let's say, like, okay, so if you take the Wolf Knight Greatsword from Dark Souls 3, for example, there's a stance that you can get into that you can do two different attacks off of. Chances are you'll probably be able to apply something like that to another Greatsword. So
Yeah.
if you don't like the weapon skill in one, you could probably, like, switch it out. That's what I've been hearing.
That's pretty cool.
There's also, like, different summons that you can obtain, too, that has, like, some weird customization options to it.
Very nice.
I don't know, but customization that I'm pissed off about, and we'll get to... This is, like, the post-E3
Are we
conference.
talking about Halo Infinite?
We're talking about Halo Infinite.
Oh no. I really like that. I am really okay. Listen,
I've
hold
never
on. No,
watched
no, 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 no. Look, I was the only Halo I ever gave a shit about. There were two. Halo 3's multiplayer because I used to play with my cousin and we'd play baseball. He'd have a rocket launcher and I'd have a gravity hammer, and then Halo Reach because not only did I get years of enjoyment having my own character go through a story, but I got to watch Casey rage harder than any other game I've seen him rage for.
Really?
Because
Halo
it
made
would
you
not
rage the most?
it would not give him the experience points,
It
but it
wouldn't.
gave me the experience
It wouldn't.
points
Anytime we
every
did
single
anything, he
fucking
would get experience
time.
points, and I'd be just capped off.
What is it, like
I
a
kept
co-op kind of
leveling.
thing?
Yeah.
I know nothing about Halo.
Multiplayer. You're both supposed to get like the experience the same. It's not like a competitive
Yeah,
thing.
you get
It's like
experience and you rank
both
up.
Get it, and you both rank up. Well, I just kept ranking up, and he stayed at the same fucking level.
Yeah, the game like froze me for
It
some
just
reason.
fucking-
Like I
It
did
said,
not get
"Fuck
experience.
You, Casey," and I never laughed so fucking
Little
hard.
do you know is he modded that to make it actually happen.
Well, here's the
like
thing.
that.
Here's what's really funny about it. Every time, if I wanted to piss him off, like or just like jab at him, I would go, "You know what game we could play? Reach."
Yeah, and I'd be like, "Shut the fuck up, Cody."
Immediately.
Well, no, because a lot of your like armor pieces and stuff would be like locked
They were
behind
so-
rank,
yeah,
and I
they were,
couldn't
like,
get
the
to those
cool
armor
shit,
pieces
the really good shit.
because I couldn't
You were
fucking
just
rank up.
Fucking default skin for the whole
Yeah.
game.
Well, I had like my
Well,
own
no, he
armor,
had some,
but
It
not the
just
ones
cut
I
him off.
wanted.
It cut him off at a certain level.
yeah.
But no, Halo Infinite looks really good. I like the fact that you don't have to buy the campaign. Thank you, God. You don't
Yeah,
have to buy it.
Multiplayer is free to play now.
Multiplayer and all that shit
Really?
is free to
I
play.
had no idea.
And it looks really good, and it looks like they gave a shit. The only gripe I have with it is what Casey is talking about. The
The customization options, the color for your armor that you could usually pick and choose are now palettes.
Yeah.
So like there are specific palettes that you can obtain
really
and then
can't.
throw on your armor.
So you really
That's-
can't.
I hate when games do that
Mhm.
because first off, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't feel like that would be easier. Or
I don't
harder to
understand
code.
why they would do that. Like,
Matter of
what is
fact,
the
It'd probably
bumps
take up more, like a little bit more budget, because someone would have to sit down and design each palette
Mm.
rather than just giving you the options independently.
Well, yeah, 'cause,
here's a bunch of colors.
Literally in every Halo, like I'd go in, I'd make all my armor black, and then like all my accents would have like I'd have like red stripes on my armor, or I'd have like a red something somewhere, and I'd
Classical
look
edge.
great. I would look great. But now that's probably gonna be locked behind a palette that I'm gonna have to probably play through
Yeah.
competitive multiplayer just to rank up to get said palette.
I'm not.
It's ridiculous.
That's one thing I definitely am shit at, and I don't ever want.
One thing I did hear though,
It's
apparently you'll
ranking.
be able to customize the Spartan beneath the armor as well.
Okay,
Oh, damn.
well, that's kind of cool.
So that's kind.
Now,
I'll forgive that.
Here's
but the color
the thing.
palette
I
shit.
gotta see the character customization first
I hope it's good.
before we judge it. I need to see if we're talking Soul Cal levels or if we're talking.
Definitely not so caliber levels.
No, well, no, I'm being hopeful. But are we talking Soul Cal levels or are we talking Reach levels? Or what's I don't know. What's a fucking
You're trying to think
game?
of a game that doesn't have a whole lot of character
character
customization.
customization but has some.
Like 90% of games with character customization.
I know. I was playing.
I was
fucking one
thinking of
the
an
other
example,
day.
but I couldn't.
Yeah. It's like
I had it in my head.
100 of them are right in front of me, and I just can't.
Yeah,
grab
I
them.
can't pinpoint
They
it.
kind of blend together.
Yeah.
They really do. It's hard to, because like if you think like, okay, if you tell someone like what's one of the best character customizations, you could be like Soul Calibur, like right off the bat, you know what I mean? But you say like what's the worst, and people are like, man, there's so many.
Oh, gee whiz.
Let
That's
me-
like that's
let
like
me
asking
guess.
someone what the shittiest book they ever read is. No.
Well, one of the
There's
saddest
many.
things is that Black Desert Online has one
gorgeous.
of the best character customizations I've ever seen.
I will
And
say
it used to be its own fucking software before the game released, and Casey had it, and I was so hyped. If they made that a separate thing, I would just buy the fucking software alone
Mm-hmm. Same.
and use it for all my OCs and everything, and for
Yeah.
personal use.
Yeah, that's what I would have used it for.
I was so mad when they just said nope.
Well, I feel like because a lot of people do brag about Black Desert, which I agree, it's really really good, but I think mostly facial wise,
Yeah.
facial and face.
I
thought that was
Yeah.
because like, but like, the hair was limited, the body
Yeah.
was limited, and you
Yeah.
couldn't do anything about clothes.
I did like big titty bear goddess on the front though.
There's a what?
But I'm
So
sorry.
woman
Bear as in BARE or BEAR?
rar.
Oh, God.
Rar.
No, there's like an extremely obviously hot woman on the front of the game for a time being. It could be something else by now. Another
Mhm.
hot woman probably.
Boobs draw
but,
snails.
But she had, instead of like a bra or anything, she literally had the bear's arms, the pelt of the bear that she wore.
Oh, she just had a bear like standing behind her, like
no.
throwing his arms
No,
over.
the pelt of the bear was like, she used that for like the kind of like a cloak thing, but it also covered her tits. Essentially, was the bear's arms.
I'm sorry, I was just imagining like a couple's like
Actual-
wedding photos where like the bear's like behind her.
It's doing the beta male spot,
It's doing the fucking.
and it's got a little bow tie. Oh, but like it's like a 10-foot fucking grizzly.
Dude.
Oh.
But
So,
yeah.
wait, you should have explained it a little
I
sooner.
know that's my fault. That's 100%
That is
my fault.
ridiculous.
Y'all mind if I yeet?
Is this your format? We'll have a good discussion for 10 minutes and just starts out a dead meme.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Continue to what you're saying. I was just fucking around, but you know what?
Cody,
I'm gonna go get a
Is
drink.
that like a seed transmission that you
what I want you to do is I want you to go get a drink. I want you to go. Just go downstairs for a minute.
Y'all
Get your
want some woodchuck?
The fuck is that?
just cider. It's like a hard cider.
Hard cider? No, I'm driving. Pilot.
Go on.
Go get the cider.
Go! I don't want you anymore. Get out of here.
Well, I
go
think-
on.
I think this would be a good break for our sponsor.
Yeah. Today's
Kelly Blue Book.
Today's sponsor is Scream Into the Void.
Incredible. Can you give us a link?
No. So okay.
Can we even say companies' names that were sponsored by them? Is that legal? Can you get sued for that? I feel like you can get sued for that.
Probably.
Because if I was a company, I wouldn't want like some really horrible person saying that they're sponsored by me.
Yo, Dasani.
Oh, they deserve it though. Dasani water is despicable. I don't. I'm calling them out right now. Right now, Dasani.
Sorry, Dasani. Your water's fucking dog shit. Sorry.
It honestly is.
It's dog water.
How about we do like a quick, like water tier list? Please. Go
I,
with the drink.
okay, all right. I don't know. See, a lot of my waters are like store brand spring water. So like,
Yeah.
uh,
Well, you can't say anything that's like state specific, because there's gonna be a lot of people that don't know what the fuck that is.
all right, store brand
You gotta-
spring
you gotta, like,
water.
you got to do like popular ones.
Okay.
Life water is definitely top tier.
Oh, smart water,
Life water.
life water.
Oh, smart water though.
Smart water's good though.
Probably high tier.
Smart water's high tier. Dasani, no.
No. Have you ever had Fuji?
I have not had Fuji. That's a little rich for my blood.
It's a little bit. It's not really that rich. I mean, it
It's
definitely
expensive
it definitely feels like you're throwing away money when you buy a bottle though, because it is a little
because
too
you're
much.
paying for the bottle.
Yeah.
You want to feel like a rich Beverly Hills white girl for drinking Fiji water. That's
Pretty
why you
much.
want it.
Like every time I buy a bottle of that, which I rarely do, but every time I do that, like I expect there to be a diamond sitting at the bottom.
Yeah.
For me, because
like a diamond or like a little like rose gold like rose or something just like at the bottom just like oh
or at least a note that tells me
a little ring I
special.
can wear.
Yeah, right.
But no, it's Fuji. I haven't actually Fuji or Fiji.
Oh, is it Fiji?
I think it's
I was
Fiji.
thinking of
Fuji's the mountain.
that's. Ah, yes, the taste of the Fiji mountain, the Fuji mountain.
Fiji. I haven't had it, but it looks good. I don't know. I once got this Italian water in like a glass bottle. It's kind of sucked.
I know what.
We're doing a really quick water tier list.
Speaking
My phone is vibrating against my grundle, and I'm not a fan.
Try not to slam with a big.
Oh
Noise.
yeah, sorry.
This table is off limits.
I
now.
think I'm very energetic because it feels like all the fun's like actually pouring out of me now that work is over
and I'm here.
and it's the weekend and
I'm
Kyle's here.
Yeah, and we
The
have
other
a
excuses were just leading up to me.
yeah.
that
We
right?
just have an actual guest here this time instead of having Ethan over a call.
Well, it's nice to have. It's
Well, you
nice
had him
to
on a
have
call?
guests.
Yeah, we
Well,
have him
yeah.
over Discord.
Oh, okay. I thought you called them on the phone.
Yeah, no, we
well,
just
you know-
had him. And we just fucking
He lives like 30
All right,
minutes
Ethan.
Going
away,
up to the
so
mic.
he lives like 30 minutes away. So we were like, oh, maybe it's easier on him if we just do it over Discord.
I was like, I want to see your. I want to see your beautiful face.
You want to see?
I'm not even gonna explain the motion you just
No,
did. We'll
don't
just
worry
skip
about
past that.
it. You know.
Anyway,
It wasn't as bad as you're probably thinking, but it's
now
still
that
bad.
now
It's
that
like
everybody's
a-
back, Nintendo Direct for E3.
Yikes!
Everyone's opinion.
Great, but also garbage at the same time.
I was expecting them to release the new Switch. I'm not gonna.
A lot of people were.
I was also expecting my motherfucking boy Crash.
No.
No.
They wouldn't announce that just yet, I don't think.
They got one slot left.
Well, here's the thing. Here's
Yeah.
why I don't think Crash is getting in anymore, because it is
No,
the
don't you dare
it is
say that.
the last slot for Smash Brothers.
can't be
The
on the
last
bad
slot, and they're
time.
gonna save it for something special.
No, something special is
You
gonna
say
be
that for the
fucking
last-
stupid.
But in the last pass, we had Violet. the most hated
Yes, but they
DLC.
weren't the last DLC. This is the
No.
last DLC character for Smash Brothers Ultimate.
But I think the second pass was...
What if they just released a new Smash Bros at the end?
This
And they're
is the
just
whole
like,
game.
surprise, fuck you.
I
We're
don't think they're
re-releasing
gonna-
Melee.
I don't think... You know,
Oh, please. I would love that. I wouldn't even... I'd throw my Switch at a wall. Go buy a new one just for the hell of it.
I think... I don't think they're ever going to release a new one. I know I say this every single time a new one comes
It's
out.
like
when Brawl came out, I
remastering
was
Fallout.
like... What's up?
It's like remastering Fallout New Vegas. It's never gonna fucking happen.
This
I know
does
that-
feel like the be-all end-all of Smash Brothers, though, because they're never going to be able to get all of these characters back
I was waiting for.
for like the same
Sakura said
game.
that.
Yeah, they're never going to be able to get all
He
these characters
said
back.
he said it was an absolute like legal headache to get
Oh,
like
I
Snake
bet.
back and everything.
Snake,
Yeah,
Cloud.
I was.
We
I
got
was
Cloud
really-
and Sephiroth this time. That is
Oh, yeah.
never going to fucking happen
Dude,
again.
I still
Yeah.
want to fight. I want a good ass fight between Alucard and Sephiroth.
Like Castlevania Alucard.
Yeah.
I feel like if anything, Dio would be a better matchup against
Oh,
Alucard.
Dio.
From JoJo.
Yeah, I could see that.
They're both superpowered
vampires.
Superpowered
That
vampires.
Yeah, but they're at different levels.
But I am hopeful of Kazuya. I think Kazuya looks like fun.
He looks broken as shit.
He does look broken, but as a dude who already plays with inputs with Smash
Butterfly.
characters, this makes me like really excited because like more inputs I can practice.
Dude.
Yay!
You see how many moves he fucking has?
Yeah, he's got like all
got,
these
like, a-
different kicks. He's got a 10-hit combo. He's got fucking crazy horse shit. Then he's got like a weird throw with like his devil form where he can
Yeah.
slam you to the ground.
I killed the fly with my hands.
That's fantastic, Cody.
It's been haunting me in my room for 4 fucking days.
Should we have a counter for when Cody gets out of his chair to do something random?
No, that doesn't.
No,
it's
but we
usually
should.
Casey that does. Well, no, it usually is me.
He immediately tried to throw blame on you,
I
and then
reevaluated.
realizes he's just being completely stupid.
By the way, your TV is fucking great. Still hasn't.
Oh
failed me.
yeah, that's his TV.
Oh my god, is that a fucking PS3?
You're goddamn
Yes.
right. It's the PS3, mine, and all the data's gone because Sony didn't save anything but Fallout 3.
That's not even the slim one. You got the fat
That's
one.
that
original.
is the second release because the first one that I owned, they called back for overheating, the recall, and
yes.
I sent it back, and they gave me that one. And guess what? Since then, that has been just in my possession.
Can we talk about how much of a mess third generation was?
It was kind
For
of a
both
mess.
Xbox
First of all,
and PS3.
I just want to say, I personally barely had any problems.
Dude, near the end of my Xbox's life, it was like an old man on fucking life support that I just kept like
Oh my god,
feeding
your red ring
oatmeal.
of death happened every other fucking
I
week.
kept getting the red ring, and I would have to take
Yeah.
out its hard drive, put it back in, and then start it up.
It was like your grandpa, and you're just sitting there with the paddles waiting for the.
Yeah, well, no, he's just like, let me die. So you just fucking, and he's like, oh,
like he's back.
but I saw my wife. Don't care.
Don't care, old man. You got 9 more months
It's too
before I
dark
can
in
afford a new one.
That thing was so ready to die.
Oh
It
my
was
God.
unreal.
That thing has pushed. Like the only real issue is, I mean, and I had this when I played it like years ago as well. Every now and again, if I don't save often enough, it'll bite me in the ass because it'll eventually freeze. That's just the hardware. But
Yeah.
it honestly the only issue I have with it is the fact that Sony decided to be such an asshat to not only on a previous podcast, I went over how they locked me out of my account for 4 or 5 months.
Oh yeah, the whole
banned
story
me
there.
for 2 years out of the PlayStation Store because I got hacked and I fixed it, and they stuck their nose in when they shouldn't have. And
wait, 2 years?
2 years
When
I
did
could
it
not
finally-
use the PlayStation Store.
When did it finally end? Did it finally end, or it's just you
It
never went
ended
back?
like last year or the year before.
Why did they think you would come back after 2 years?
No, I guess that's how long the ban lasts, but nobody could tell me that. Yeah.
But,
He had
why
the
2
worst.
years?
He had the
I
worst
had the
experience
actual.
with their.
I was such a Sony boy too back then. Like I had the headphones. I loved the console. I loved everything. Anyways, they were such asshats that not only did they not save all my backed up PS3 data, except for one game, which was Fallout 3, which I had gone through, which is fine. At least it wasn't fucking PlayStation Heroes. I'm thankful it wasn't. I'm
What even
really
is
happy.
that? That sounds horrible.
It's literally just Kratos wasn't even in that.
No, it was Sly,
It was
Ratchet,
Sly,
and Clank.
Ratchet and Clank, and a bunch of other nobody gives a fucks, and they throw them into the shitty mini game thing.
It's like a mini game game.
It's like
essentially.
Mario
There-
Party?
No, there was this really
No.
old Marvel. You remember the old Marvel animated
Marvel Hero
like, the
Squad, or
Avengers
Super
and
Squad,
no,
or whatever
no,
it's
the
called.
old one, like old shit, like before our time.
Oh yeah.
They had like this thing where they brought all the heroes from the Marvel universe, and you're like, you have to go through these games. Well, it's kind of like that. That's exactly what that was with PlayStation people.
That
Oh.
sounds horrible.
It was horrible. And
Didn't we have to play with the move controls
oh,
too?
it was so bad. Yeah,
What?
it was so bad. Anyways,
That's horrible.
they decided. Not only did we close a bunch of shit for PS3 and older consoles, because I got a notification.
Well,
that
older
they were doing
consoles
that.
doesn't really matter
Yeah.
anymore because it was just like the
Yeah,
PS2.
They were basically they were kind of like they were doing the
The last
classic
good era.
what Apple does, what Xbox does, what Sony does, where they start to like close back on the servers and shit for the old stuff, and they're like, just to rub it in, let's delete all of his saved data except for one game, and make it so even if he has Plus on PS4 or further generations, it doesn't apply to PS3. And we're going to force you, what used to be free on PS3, to pay for Plus.
I'm
So
telling you,
Sony
dude.
is fucking dead to me in every aspect except for two. The camera and the headphones. And honestly, the only headphones I will ever buy from them are the MDRs. That is it.
Their headphones are kind of nice.
Those I bought in high school. I think 11th
I had a
grade.
pair of these.
I bought them in 11th grade and they still stand up.
Wait, those are that old?
Those are that old. Those are used in a lot of old movies. They were in the Truman Show. They were
I can tell
in,
they have that classical.
they
look to
they
them.
are very good for hearing background fuck ups in audio.
Hmm
They're good for editing, and I absolutely
But-
love them.
Yeah, with Cody's whole Sony debacle of having his whole like
They burn me at the
thing.
stake like fucking
what
Joan of Arc.
like
They
Joan of
burn-
Arc.
It's like
Yeah.
you're gonna go with Jonas Brothers.
I was trying to
Like the
think of her
Jonas-
name. I was like Jonah Hill, Joan of Arc.
But no, but no, like with his whole thing, I still like personally to this day believe that the PS2 was like a god tier console.
Yo,
The PS2,
not even just
So
that.
good.
The development was so around the PS2. Not all of them, but a lot of the development around PS2 games and stuff like that had a lot of heart in it.
yeah, PS2 was like the last like god tier
I
console
don't know
before everything
why.
started
For
getting
me,
nutty.
See, I'm the exact opposite. For PS2, was a complete miss for me.
I don't
thought
know
it was
how.
complete-
Blame you.
because
There's
this
a lot
is,
of
this
shitty
is how I
games on
went.
PS2.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
I think that's what it was.
Just gotta find the good ones,
But
like
PS3
Battle
was
for
probably
Bikini
the
Bottom.
most consistent. Era
Yes,
for me.
yeah. For me, it was I grew up on PS1 playing Crash 2,
Me too.
and and I had a Game Boy Advance, and then from then I kind of like after my PS1 broke because it fell off the couch, and then the disc would went instead of spinning. I went to handhelds like Nintendo. That's where I got into Nintendo, DS's, Game Boys, all that shit.
Oh, yeah.
And then when I got back into consoles, PS2 was already like I had experienced it with Casey, and I had no reason to buy it, and it was kind of outdated at that point. And then the PS3 came out, and I was like, boom. PSN was free. All my friends were online in school. I honest to God, some of the best years of my life were on PS3. Little Big Planet.
I still
Little Big
remember
Planet
coming.
2, Fallout New Vegas on your brother's PS3.
Yeah, I still remember coming like over to your place sometimes because you're like, "Hey, dude, can you come help me beat like Arkham
Yeah,
City?"
can you
And I'm
can
like,
you
"Yeah,
come help
okay."
me beat games? And that's we would hang out, and he would be, fuck Majin Buu, you ugly bitch, you suck dick, and I couldn't beat him. And
Didn't I
Casey
have to
had
do
beat-
that?
Casey had to beat him for me.
Which game?
Xenoverse,
The first one.
Xenoverse,
the
dude.
first one.
I think the PS3 era had the most consistent Dragon Ball games too. So there's so many, like Raging Blast, Burst
Yeah.
Limit. They're so good.
Yes,
Xenoverse was a miss for me though. I fucking hate it.
I
like
it's a
Xenoverse
bad
too.
game.
Yeah, Xenoverse 2 is
Xenoverse
okay.
Both
one
of
is
them
garbage.
are garbage if you actually look at them.
2 is, I will admit,
Two is
it's not a
garbage
good
for
game.
a different reason.
It's not a good game.
It's garbage for a
But it's
different
fun.
reason. It's fun, but
It's not a great game at all, but
it really misses with me because of the I don't know if I said this in 20 or not, so I don't want to repeat anything, but the DLC
you said this in 20. You said this in 20. Shut up.
they
I don't know.
no, but they the fact that they were really denying the modding community, A, and B,
Yes, that pissed me
they
off so
were choosing which forms they were going to drop, and of course they're all fucking pay DLC.
much. Yeah, I mean, I completely agree
Like
with
I
the whole
can't
modding
have
thing.
fucking
What is
red
it?
hair. I can't have.
What is it with
fucking
Japanese
Thank
companies
God.
and hating modding so much?
It
Maybe they think it
ask
spits.
Sony.
Maybe maybe they think it spits in the face of their
You know
creations.
what?
I think that's what it is. I think it's an honor system.
But
Kinda.
it's not. It's dishonorable because in reality, your fucking company sucks. Can't make a good.
Well, it's the
enough
whole
game
thing of-
to the point where the modding community has to go and fucking fix it.
It's the whole thing of
That's
they release a game and then now all of a sudden the game is better, but it's not better because they made it better. It's better because the people,
who gave a
the
shit about
community made it better, but it wasn't them that made it better. So now they feel like shit about that.
Mm-hmm.
So now they have to go and start.
You know what my theory is? My theory is, so I said this before. I was talking to Mason actually about what is it? I was talking to him about voice acting comparison between dub and sub,
Mhm.
it. Yeah.
and it seems like voice actors for dub look at it more as like a paycheck, a job,
Yeah, that makes
and
sense.
then over in Japan they look at it as
A
an art
career.
form, an art
Yeah.
form.
Dude, I think it's a
Basi-
fucking art form. That shit's ridiculous.
Right, right. But that's because you followed that style. But like adults, they never cared about anime because they didn't grow up with it. So when they do the dubbing, it's
Yeah.
it's a job. It's cool.
It's an acting job.
It's an acting job. But over in Japan, it's an art.
Mhm.
So I think the same thing applies. Where like, for instance, like the issue with Melee, it wasn't a problem that they made online viable through mods, but the Nintendo's looking at that as like you're ruining the art we
Even
created.
though you know
Mhm.
it's inaccessible.
It's like
and
if
you
you-
It's like drawing over someone's portrait and be like, I can. do
Yeah,
this
yeah.
better. It's insulting. I
It's
think,
like
in their
that.
eyes.
It's like that thing where you like draw a neat little character and someone comes over and draws a hat on it, and you're like,
Yeah,
then
like that's
that
not my
also-
image. That's my image. Don't do it. Yeah,
But that also dips into
It's
the whole
true.
like, okay, the fair use thing. It's like you gotta realize that in today's world, creating something purely original is probably gonna suck ass. It's probably gonna look like shit because most people who make something new or original are always drawing from their surroundings. They're drawing from
course.
things from their childhood. Maybe
Yeah,
other
yeah.
animators, maybe other people.
my stories are absolutely.
100%. There's
Inspired.
references
Oh,
are
everybody's.
are such an iconic thing in society that without those references, what the fuck are you doing? You know, like
Mhm.
so.
At the end of the day, you can try and make something as original as you want, but people are still going to be like, "Oh, this is so this," or "Oh, this is so that."
Like the Dark Souls, oh, this game's just like Dark Souls.
well,
in a
that's like
sense. It's
games where
comparing
like
it- I mean that's more
That's-
comparing it.
that's very for a very specific type of game. Like if you look at a game like Neo, it's like Neo or like
That is
The
a Souls-like
Surge.
game.
that is a Souls like.
Like Neo,
in the way it's designed a bit.
well, Neo is essentially just Dark Souls but with better combat.
Right, right.
That's essentially what the Neo
agree,
games
Jason.
are. Then there's like The Surge, that I didn't hear like anything of, which is
Isn't that a
apparently
soda?
another Souls like. What?
I could have sworn the Surge was a soda.
Surge
No,
is
Surge
a
is a soda.
Surge
It's
is
an
a
energy
soda.
drink, isn't it?
no Surge was a soda very akin
Mountain
to
Dew?
Mountain Dew back in like the 90s.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
Wasn't it really bad for you?
I don't know. I
uh,
loved it.
Probably.
The word soda and bad for you is just
That's
they're
a
literally
box.
together.
Don't worry, this soda's good for you.
Dude, oh, just wait. 10 years we'll have organic soda. I bet you.
I'm pretty sure we already do. Like organic sparkling beverages, which is
Okay,
just
but sparkling
soda.
is not.
Oh God!
Same.
Don't bring
It's
in
essentially
that
just soda.
organic shit. It costs more to make organic stuff, and it has no evidence that it's any better or worse than normal.
Oh, we're turning into the food facts podcast.
I'm just saying, fuck organic. I'm not gonna try. They're too expensive. Go
You
fuck
heard me,
yourself.
motherfucker. Fuck organic.
Don't get that close. You'll clip it.
You said not to go ASMR.
I'm gonna clip it.
No ASMR.
I'm gonna clip this mic.
No. A little bit of a segue, if you guys wanna
Okay.
let me do that.
Oh, okay. So now we're letting him segue.
Okay.
Just for the love of God, if you ever pull, you guys mind if I yeet again? I'm gonna fucking kill you. But go
I
on.
almost did it again too.
Just you.
Really? Is it
Now
an
that
actual
you
segue or was it just a setup?
no, it's an actual segue.
Okay.
So
go on.
I was having this thought at work today, and I kind of came to the realization that like I must have scarred this kid and his mom when I was a kid before I moved here. Like that was like kindergarten, first and second grade is when I was before I moved out here with you
Mm-hmm.
and everything. So back then I wasn't like, I guess I had friends, but you know, like my ADHD was really bad to the point where I don't remember shit. So shut the fuck up. Son H. No,
That's all. I do it to him every time he mentions ADHD. I go, it's that H.
It's that H.
I don't get the reference.
Like
but sure.
it doesn't make any sense.
The hyper of
Yeah,
ADHD
it's-
is it's that H.
supposed to be, it's dumb. But
Go on.
I got invited to this kid's house for a sleepover and a bunch of other kids, and I was
Uh-oh.
like, holy shit, this is my
Oh,
first
no,
fucking sleepover.
sleepovers.
I'm like, dude, yeah, I never got invited to a sleepover. And so went over, we had pizza, I think, or something,
Good.
and we watched a shitty Goosebumps that had, by the way, when I was watching it, I didn't get scared at all. It was funny. I was laughing my ass off a little bit because it was about like some plants in the dad's basement.
Oh, that
They said,
one.
don't go in the basement.
Don't go in the basement. That's my plant room. Don't go in my plant room.
or something. Yeah, like the whole premise was don't go in the basement. There's plants down there. I don't want you kids touching, or some shit. And I was just
Was it like
like, this is
marijuana?
the no. Well, that's what I'm like. I'm like, what? I'm like, but
No, they're like
it,
living.
It was dumb.
vines.
It was stupid to me, and I was just like, that's dumb. This is dumb. And then that night,
That's incredible.
I woke up crying, not because of the
I
dream.
went in the dad's basement in the plant
Not
room.
because of the movie, not because of a bad dream, but because I almost pissed myself because I just drank a lot of water. And I was like, oh my God, it hurts, my bladder. Like, cause I'm
Then just
like,
go.
I
pee.
did. I jumped out of the sleeping bag, ran to the bathroom, and my hands were fucking sweaty. So I could not open the bathroom door, and I was freaking out. So I started crying. I literally started crying. I'm like, I was a little kid in my jammies crying in the middle of this kid's kitchen while all the other kids were in the other room fucking sleeping. And I was just like, I finally got it open because I squeezed and it went both of my hands, and I finally got it open, took a piss, like longest, hardest piss of my life. No, like it was like, oh, like it was that bad.
Damn.
Dude, I had to piss so bad it wasn't even funny.
Dude,
But afterwards, I was like, and I just went to bed. Next morning, him and his mom come up to me. They're like, Cody, do you remember wake up in the middle of the night and crying and pacing back and forth and stuff? And I was like embarrassed as fuck. So I said, no, what do you mean?
That makes it worse. That makes it worse.
But like
When you're
I
a kid,
didn't.
though. When you're a kid, though, that's how you react.
I didn't.
I mean,
know.
yeah.
No, I thought I'd be in trouble. So I'm like, no, I don't. Did I do something? And they're like, no, you're fine. So that was the last sleepover at that school that I.
But no, the idea that
but
like
I feel so bad for. I think the kid's name was either three names.
Don't just throw him on the
No,
topic.
he's never gonna fucking hear this.
You say that, but then he's gonna come up to you on the street.
I didn't say
now.
the school. I didn't say anything else. I didn't say where I'm from.
you did say Michigan.
It's
Or no, not
I'm
Michigan.
not from Michigan. I'm from PA. You fuck.
Nah, you're
We've
from
known
Michigan.
each other.
Nah,
We've
he's from
known each other
Michigan.
for 14
He's
years.
from Michigan.
Now you've singled it down to a couple million people. It's getting close now.
Yeah, you're getting awful close.
Anyways,
Do you know where I come from? Do you
either
know?
Brian, Ryan, or like Zach or some
Zion.
shit. Zion, some shit like that. But I think I had a crush
On him?
his sister. I think his
we
sister.
both went the same avenue.
Fuck both of you. I know my wording is ass, but I think he had a sister, and that's who I had a crush on. Unless I'm thinking of two.
So
different
that's
people.
why you went to the sleepover, to try and get good with his sister. Did
No,
you?
his sister wasn't
But
there.
and you played the classic. I have to piss so bad I'm gonna cry in the kitchen. That definitely
Yeah, the
got her.
classic. But his sister's not even there. What the fuck?
I still use that
No,
technique
I
every now
don't.
and
I don't know if that. No. I honestly don't know if that's his sister or not. I can't remember. Like I said, this was early, so I was literally. I don't remember if this one chick was his sister or not. They kind of looked similar,
Yeah.
but that's about it.
Oh my god.
That's
So
amazing.
I just want to apologize to that person if he ever hears this.
But no, like for some reason, the
I'm an
fact that
idiot.
you said no almost makes it worse, because then it's like,
It
wait,
does make it
he
worse.
doesn't remember randomly
Yeah,
crying and pacing in
yeah,
our kitchen
that's
at like
what I
all
thought.
hours of
You
the
know how
night.
many years I've been holding that in?
Uh huh. Yeah.
He's like a
There is-
soundboard.
there is
We're just
the wheeze emoji.
honestly.
It's Nick's face. Bro, I'm wheezing right now. I added that emote to the server. Oh, right. You don't fucking use the server. Fucking piece of shit.
Anyways, back to
Anyways,
parties.
there's another story.
Well,
I had to shit really
most-
bad, so I cried in the dining room.
Same kind of like same years, I guess, in
Okay.
school. I was
Era,
out at
same
the playground recess, and the chick I liked, who is the one I think is the sister of whatever, we were playing tag and whatever. Anyways, there's this metal pole, and it has kind of like loops on it. Oh, get the mic. It has loops on it, and you're supposed to like climb up it to get onto the.
Yeah,
the
I know what
playset.
you're talking about.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I was like this, like out, like kind of like a sailor, like just like yeah, and my foot started slipping, and I'm like, what? And then I tried clinging to the pole as I fell, and I came right down on one of the loops and hit, like, just totaled my taint.
Oh,
It was
you
the-
popsicled yourself?
Absolutely destroyed my taint.
Dude,
The
I love
worst
that phrase,
pain.
totaled by pain.
The worst
Total
pain I have
bite.
ever experienced was that moment. The worst part
Dude.
about it too is I did the oh, and I did the classic fall off sideways, and guess what? My crush came up and said, as I started to cry, and said, "Cody, are you okay?" And I'm like, "No." Do you like me yet? She was the one I dumped a certain person for.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
What,
Yeah,
you dumped
but
her?
I
What
never
is
got with the other one, so it was literally just ruining my life.
Was this second grade you're talking about?
Some shit like that.
No, this was last week.
Oh, last
Yeah. Oh, there's another time though, which is the
we
second
were
part
all-
of this.
We were playing at the playground.
No.
Yeah,
The
we're all
second-
playing.
The second time I totaled my taint, I was in
Cody Taint Totaler.
I was in Michigan, and my stepmom's parents, who wonderful people, rest in peace, Grandpa Jerry. He died of, I think it was cancer, but
That's not funny. I don't know why I started laughing.
it was because I looped it into all this. I'm very sorry.
I think it's the part that you were unsure.
No, he probably died of cancer or
Well,
something. I don't know. He was an
but
old
I-
fuck.
Well, no, what I was unsure about is like which type of cancer he died from.
Oh,
Like
okay,
I
gotcha.
couldn't.
I don't think it
remember.
matters. It's just fucking cancer.
Yeah, fair enough.
But they have this nice big backyard and kind of like a wooden, not just a deck, but like it's a whole like 2-floor deck. So like you
Uh-huh.
have the main deck, then you go down the steps, and there's the whole rest of the deck, and then it leads in the yard, and then it leads into like the river,
Uh-huh.
pond, lake, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And they had a trampoline and everything. Well, anyways, you could climb over the one part of the deck onto the other, because the other at the bottom on the wall was basically it was like a bench. It was a big bench essentially. and I was climbing down, and my dad said something, and I didn't look, and I slipped and smashed my taint on the back of
What
the
the
bench.
fuck?
And it was the second time that I was in immense pain and fell off to the side.
Question: is it specifically just the taint that you've been?
Or
I
did you
missed
did
the
you or did
balls,
it radiate
I
from the
missed
balls?
ass. I just went right into the like perfectly level taint. I don't know why.
You know, if you were a female, that's where your vagina would be.
No, but
Absolutely.
I think in a way it's kind of karma because when I was a kid,
For what?
listen, you'll understand when I say
The
this.
fucking
Karma?
taint destroyer.
When I was a kid, no, when I was a kid, like way younger,
Hold on, I'm sorry. Carmen decided the punishment was not the balls of the ass; it was the taint only.
pretty much.
What did you do that was so bad, but not as bad to get the
You're gonna
balls? I
fucking find out in a second.
don't- Okay.
When
No,
I
don't.
was-
You'll hit your taint again.
when I was little, my dad, when I went out to Michigan, he used to work for like an HVAC company. They sold like parts for like heating and cooling and shit.
Yeah.
And it was really slow because you're on the side of the highway and all that sort of shit. I remember like there was a McDonald's down the road. I got the little Optimus Prime toy and shit. And then there was also I would have for breakfast the
The hotcakes?
no the Cocoa Rice Krispies. They
Yo,
were
I got-
so fucking good, dude.
Yo,
I love that. so
After
much.
your story, I got beef with McDonald's after you're done.
Okay. Yo, so do I. But
Fuck, what did I do?
but
Whatever. It was-
so I see my dad. He's on the chair. He's like, he's
Doing the
like
dad
passed
thing?
He's
All
passed
right,
the
cool.
fuck out in the chair because it's a slow day. Nobody else is in, and I'm just chilling. I'm like do, and I'm bored. And I kind of peek out the doorway at him as he's in the lobby. I'm like, and I think to myself, this will be really fucking funny. And I mean, I don't swear. I'm like fuck. I'm
This
like
is really
7.
freaking funny.
I'm like 7. So.
Okay.
And I'm like, I run full force, and I jump in the air and knee him in the dick. And he instantly wakes up like, oh!
I love the idea that it just plays out like that.
He does that, like if he was like hit by an anime character through like a wall, he's like, oh, his legs were up,
You just
his
fucking-
arms were out.
You just fucking Terry Bogarted your dad's nutsack like fucking.
I went like this, boom, right into his nuts with my knee. And he was like, I started dying laughing, thinking it
What
was
the fuck?
because I
Oh
didn't
my
know
God.
nut taps. I didn't know about nut taps. I thought it was like a funny joke.
That's when my
thing.
dad stood up and clocked me
Because
square in the
I think
nut.
I saw like a TV show or a cartoon that had like some guy hit him in the balls and it was funny.
And it was funny because it's
yeah,
taint.
and they were both laughing, and I didn't
I know.
understand that it was a one-way joke.
Yeah.
and so when I did that, I did it as hard as I could, and he's like, oh, he rolled out of the chair and laid on his back for 10 minutes, and he said, "Don't ever
That's the
do
thing.
that again."
Can we talk about how much they peddle that joke to kids? And it's
Yeah,
like,
it's like,
I-
what
If
the
you
fuck?
wonder
is
why,
that population control? Like, what the
it is now.
Here's the thing.
It
The
didn't
joke.
work. I got 2 little brothers and a little sister, so it didn't work.
You didn't hit hard enough.
Not hard enough.
You probably
I gotta-
kicked it into overdrive.
I gotta go mock speed next time.
But you built up its durability.
Oh shit! Its defense was raised.
You know, his dad got saying nuts.
It came back from the dead.
Gave it battle experience and leveled up.
It was battling nut cancer, and it's fucking.
You
because
cured
of
his
that
nut cancer by
experience,
kneeing
I
him in the
popped
nut.
the cancer cell.
It's like perfect cell when he regenerates, he's stronger.
But no, like,
That's so good.
the whole thing about, like, it's funny when someone gets hit in the nuts, it's only funny for the one guy.
I
The
didn't
other
know
guy
that.
never
I
thinks
was
it's
like
funny.
6
Yeah,
or
exactly.
7. I had no fucking I had like no concept of that.
It is never
Yeah.
funny for the second guy. Never.
But it was I just remember him on the floor just like, don't ever do that again. I'm like, oh, okay. And I felt really bad because
Oh.
like not because he was hurt, but because like I thought I did something bad.
Not because my father was in pain. that I inflicted. No, I just thought I did something wrong.
I just thought, I thought I was in trouble because I thought
You
I made him
should have
upset. I
been.
made him like upset. You're a kid.
You should have
Oh my god,
made.
that's ridiculous.
It should have
Well,
made him
I
upset.
said, oh, I didn't know. I thought it was funny because I saw it on a thing or whatever.
If my child fucking beat cheeks down a hallway just to fucking
No, it's an open room.
just to fucking ramrod his knee into my
Like,
fucking
I-
nutsack, I would
don't think
beat the shit out of that little bastard.
I don't think God could set up a better course of action than the like it was almost like like on a plane, like a takeoff strip, like the lights and the
Oh, it was just
road.
like a target.
It was just like target acquired. Like,
It
fucking-
zooms in and like takes over your vision. You just see like the red marker go over.
and as
Enhance.
soon as the knee,
Enhance.
as soon as the knee hits, it's the hit marker. It's the
Oh!
Enemy identified.
Terrorists win.
I got bent in the leg. I think by.
Oh, my
spiders.
beef with McDonald's.
Good job.
My beef with McDonald's.
I found 3 hairs of mine.
That's great. Last weekend, I helped Mason out up at his grandparents.
Yeah.
With like those planter boxes.
Yeah.
By the way, beautifully done.
I know, right? They're really
I just worked
nice.
in them last Thursday.
Oh.
Really?
Yes.
They're very
There's
nice.
so nice soil in it. Anyways, continue.
So I went. First of all, Mason didn't believe that hotcakes existed at McDonald's.
What?
Hotcakes isn't that just pancakes?
Yeah, he didn't think that
They're
McDonald's
shitty
did pancakes.
Yeah, they're shitty, but
But like,
you know what they remind me of? The ones you get at like school at lunch.
they're like microwave
Yeah,
pancakes.
they're like
no, like slightly worse.
yeah.
In my opinion, I think microwave pancakes would be pretty dope.
Microwave shit like Lego my egg.
Regardless,
Yeah.
he asked me what I wanted for McDonald's the day before we would go.
You
So I
said
said,
hotcakes.
well, I'll take a big breakfast from McDonald's with the hotcakes. And he's like, hotcakes. So I had to explain to him and show him that yes, they are on the menu. And then we get it.
Yep.
We drive over to the grandparents and we're, getting everything ready. We're going to eat and then we're going to start working. They gave me everything but my pancakes.
What?
What the fuck?
What do you mean?
I literally get the big breakfast container where you put the pancakes in with the egg and the sausage.
they
And I
didn't
got my
give you
hash
the
brown
pancakes?
and my biscuit, but there was no fucking pancakes.
You get the syrup too?
How do you
Yes.
how do you get the whole thing with
How the fuck do you make a hotcakes big breakfast with no hotcakes?
Oh, let me just forget the main course.
That's it.
This is a lesson learned. This is what I had to learn the hard way.
I would.
Always the moment. I don't care if the person
Always
behind
check
you
the
is getting
bag.
fucking pissed off because you're taking forever. Always check.
But
Yeah,
how the
that's what I'm told. I'm not opening all the fucking bags to look for one small ass item. I'm not opening up 19
Okay,
burgers.
pancakes is not a small item.
I mean, you can technically, I guess, the driveway, you could pull in and check and then loop around with the receipt.
It's just
God,
it blows my mind that they
Yes.
forgot just the pancakes. Like
How would you have felt if you would have looked in there and it was just all the ingredients of the pancakes sitting there?
Oh.
Like just flour, sugar, and fucking
It was
eggs?
all in a bag.
Mason's getting like all the netting for the weeds ready, and I'm just up there sipping on pancake batter. Like,
Oh, you throw the fuck up.
Yeah, pancake batter
That's
has
horrible.
a specific kind of acidity that others don't. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's just got a
It's
weird,
weird.
tinge.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had a lot of bad
Yeah.
run-ins with fast food because the moment I got a car, dude, it's fast
Yo.
foodtopia for a little
Oh, this boy.
My car's finished. I'm
Oh,
actually gonna be able to
really?
drive it now.
My
It's
boy
gonna be
can
great.
drive.
go.
Woo!
Yo.
Yeah, I gotta pay for it though.
It's not even that expensive though. Like compared to
500
what my
stuff-
truck costs, like that's really good.
Yeah, it's like 570 something
For the full repairs.
for the full everything that it needed.
Did it get
Really? That's actually not
inspected
that
as
bad at
well?
all.
It's inspected, right?
You
And
got the
it got
car initially
inspected.
free, right?
Yeah, I technically didn't pay anything for the
It
car,
was your
but for me to
brother's
pay this
You
instead
basically
of
got
paying
it.
for the
You
car,
basically got it for 500 something.
essentially, yeah.
Yeah,
It's not bad.
Casey has to pay 500. I had to pay like over $8,000 for my truck, like overtime.
Well, that's
Oh,
because your truck is
what-
fucking
What
shit.
year?
1996.
It's literally in the driveway
It's
right
like a year
now
old.
after
You
the
paid
cast
8K.
8K overtime.
on like repairs and shit.
Like my most
Holy
recent
shit.
repair was right before winter for the shocks, the tires, and some other things.
Mhm.
It was $3,000.
Dude, you should just went out and put it down.
I'm trying to sell it because apparently, because of COVID, actually, pickup trucks, older trucks are really valuable right now, and I can probably get that for
Probably 'cause
5 or
of
6. I can get that for 5 or 6.
Really?
I don't know.
Are you absolutely sure about that?
See, that one doesn't sound right to me.
I've seen
5 or 6 for
people
that
selling,
thing.
maybe not that specific model, but
That
definitely
thing's-
ones right next to it.
That thing's brakes gave out going down a hill one time, and I was in the
those
truck.
brakes have been
What
fixed.
the fuck?
Okay, so I don't know if
Were
we
you in the
told
movie
this.
Taken or something? Like I don't
No.
understand. Like, what?
So we went to finally a truck. I'm the truck guy. I get to use my truck other than for moving people.
hmm
So I go and we're gonna go help Nate's. What was his grandfather's yard needed cleaned?
Yes, I think it was his grandfather.
And
I think.
we were going. Yeah, it was because it's the same house we helped clean out and everything.
But no, we had the whole we had a decent sized group.
Yeah, it was you, me, Nate, and the other person at the time, and we were going to use the truck to put all the the weeds and shit, and
Yeah,
the
yeah,
big
yeah,
branches and
yeah.
everything in,
Yeah.
and the truck on the road right there. You know how Nate's house is right next to that Wawa.
Mhm.
That road brakes gave out, the line basically broke off, and all the fluid was leaking and everything. So we were going down with no brakes, and thank God I
one of
did
the
not
busiest
have
roads.
the anti-lock brake system plugged in because I had to get that unplugged a while back. So funny enough, because something broke, it saved us
Really?
because the brakes locked, and it stopped us from going straight down the hill like with ramping speed, and it gave me the ability to actually slow it down, and we pulled into the bank right there. And yeah, but that was a while ago. That was a while back.
That's
Since
horrifying.
Yeah,
Since
no, I
then,
was
the
there.
truck, if I'm being honest, with all the shit we put into it, the truck is in probably the best shape it will ever be.
Well, I would imagine having brakes is probably the best shape you'll ever be in.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
It got.
Your car at that
Brakes.
point was trying to kill itself, and you
Yeah.
wouldn't let it happen.
I'm
but-
going and you're going with me.
I'm gonna try to get it at the. I'm looking for 4 at really
Hey, if you can
I've had
manage it,
plenty
dude.
of people who.
I mean, if you can manage 4, good on you, but I don't think that thing's even worth
If
2.
I can get 4, as much as I've lost, I'm not really concerned with, because right now, if I were to get $4,000 for it,
Oh,
that
grand?
would put that would
I thought you
put
meant $4.
fuck you. No, but that's what Casey said. But
It's the most classic joke in the book.
if I got $4,000 for it, that would really put me in a better financial spot to where I could actually look at places to get to move to, or look
Yeah.
at different. Are you fucking kidding me? I swatted you with both of my hands. I saw that.
Just take the knife off the wall and slash it.
Jesus' knives.
Oh, hands fly, dude. You didn't kill it. What the hell?
I
Keep
went
in-
like
keep in
this,
mind-
and I felt it get hit. I guess I didn't splat him.
Keep in mind that there's a million flies in the world. There's probably just another one.
You probably did to that thing like the equivalent of like a flashbang in COD. So like when you hit it, when like beep, it's like and
Well,
it,
I
like, fell to
noticed
the
it's at
ground.
the end of its life cycle, because I noticed that it's slow as fuck, and it's kind of like an old man trying to stand up.
You know how many flies I've had die on me before?
That's sad.
It's
Don't
kind
go,
of depressing.
Jerry! Don't do it! Come on, man!
It would be depressing if I wasn't gonna kill it myself anyways. It's more like a hitman just watching a target die before he gets to it.
It's like watching a shark steal your kill.
Has that happened before? It's like that's never
No,
happened
but it's like
before.
if you're
What
Agent
hit
47
ocean?
and there's like a shark that comes up and takes this lady, and it's like, God damn it!
Well, no, because then technically still your job is done.
Yeah,
No,
if you
'cause
tell
body
if
can be
you
found then, a hitman.
Yeah.
Has to get rid of a body.
he has to get rid of it.
Well,
and
depending on the
Bullshit. Every time
shark's
you
not-
kill someone in Hitman, you just fucking beat it. You just
That's
you don't
true.
hide
He
shit.
doesn't do shit. He's such a sloppy
Okay, we're
motherfucker.
talking like realistically. in
Yeah,
real
we're
life.
talking
Yes,
about like
realistically, you
Oh,
hide
yeah.
the shit or get rid of the body.
Yeah, like realistically, you're on a boat trying to kill an old.
yo.
woman.
When is my favorite actor Johnny
There you go.
Sins going to be Agent 47?
Who the hell is Johnny Sins?
Who the fuck is Johnny Sins?
You don't know Johnny
Is
Sins.
that porn actor? That really good one?
Excuse me, the doctor, the porn star, the
Oh,
lawyer.
yeah. Isn't he the doc? Yeah, he's the doctor dude, right?
He's
Doctor
like,
from
he's
what?
like, he's got like 100 professions because they use all his porn movies as like
Mm-hmm.
different professions. It's
Are
funny.
you serious?
Yeah, because I
Certified
played a
doctor.
teacher, I played a doctor, I played it. So that's the meme that he's all these other things and he's not a porn star.
That's just Agent. That's just Agent 47, dude.
But he's gotten a lot more into social media and the meme community, so it's pretty funny.
Isn't he old, like ugly as shit?
He's older, but he's like probably in his 30s. He's not ugly.
He's in his 30s.
I think so.
Are you sure?
He looks like he is, like if not late 20s.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
What?
Just
He was
the
on a
idea.
nanner
Just the idea that he's everything but a porn star.
Well, he was on a nanner stream wishing her happy birthday and
Oh, when
shit.
they people got her a bunch of cameos for her birthday.
Yeah, essentially. And he's like your Twitch mods and then he's like they said you were some fucking meme, a Nanners meme. So
Gotta love her.
Do you think he legitimately thinks he's these careers? Like, he sees
no,
he sees
no.
like a video.
like
He sees the video of
I'm
like
a
the doc-
doctor. He just
like
gets
the doctor
amnesia.
video?
He's got short-term memory loss. So he legitimately just thinks he's all these different professions.
Dude, someone shows him like the one video of him as a doctor, and he's like, "Someone recorded us."
It's like
That's incredible.
it's like in real life before the brain trauma, he was like an actual porn star, but because of all these other roles he's played in the porns, like they've
It's
manipulated him to think that he's all these different things every time he loses his memory.
It's unlocked his multiple personality disorder.
I would
he's the
watch
dude
this
from
movie.
Glass.
This sounds like a fun.
He's the guy
movie.
from Glass.
And then he keeps getting contacted by all these hot female porn stars, and they're like, "Hey, you want to
Where are
do
these
something?" And he's
women?
like, "Who is this?
I have a wife and 2
My
kids.
God, this is sickening!" And then it's throw the phone
This is
"Ah."
unprofessional. This is unprofessional. As a doctor.
There's a guy on YouTube that I've watched. I'm not too big on his content, but there's one series that he's been doing that I thought was funny. I think he's like something called Slappers or some shit.
Slapper.
No, but he's like I'm a pizza delivery boy. I'm 22. I'm trying to put myself through college, and then but every time I get these orders. And he goes in, and they're all these milfs trying to fuck him. And he's like, "I just need the money. Just take the pizza. I need the money. I don't want to fuck you."
You're talking about the prank where women show up naked at the front door or something like that?
I don't.
No, it's
I'll
it's
pay,
like,
but I don't have any money.
it's like this whole
It's
thing.
like, okay.
It's
see where this is
it's
going.
it's like that shit. And he's just like, well, can you do credit? Like he's like legitimately like trying to figure out like different ways.
That's pretty fun.
And then she's like, well, I could do this, and he's like, not again, and he runs out of the room or something. And so, but the different skits that the guy does, it's all the same character but different jobs. So like the one was a pool boy, and he's like, God damn it, this is unprofessional, and he throws the pool stick. And what was the one? He got into the porn career at the end, was the most recent one. And his dick is apparently too big, and all the porn stars are complaining about it. And they're just like, this isn't the career for you, dude. And he's like, I finally think I have a career where I can put myself through college. And they don't even want me.
That's so good.
It's fucking... It really is just... Fuck
Cody, if
off.
you want to kill this thing, why don't we just make that one Breaking Bad episode where it's like, we can't get to work until that fly's taken care of. It is a contaminant.
This is all you hear the entire rest of the podcast is, fuck! Fuck!
We should just have a whole podcast where it's just you trying to kill a fly.
That probably exists. You'd be surprised.
Yeah,
at
it
some of
does. It's called the Breaking Bad episode titled The Fly.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Or any Tom and Jerry episode where they have a fly in it.
Basically.
Yeah.
That's like a whole Tom and Jerry episode right there. Insert fly and you have a whole fucking content.
You can make a whole podcast about Tom and Jerry.
Oh,
There's some crazy.
Hey
shit
guys,
that
welcome
show
back to
did.
the Tom and Jerry podcast, episode 943.
I don't even think there's that many episodes of Tom and
You
Jerry.
only
dude.
have 5 racist scenes in this one, so that's
No,
pretty
you
good.
do it by frame, don't you know? God.
Today we're going to be talking about Tom's racist owner. Now,
The undertones of racism in Tom and Jerry.
I wonder what kind of explicit things we're trying to send to
Oh,
kids this
boy.
time. Oh, a cigar. What do you know?
today we're going to be talking about the fact that these kittens were drowned in a basket. Now,
Is that a gun?
Yeah, right.
Fuck.
oh
Dude,
man,
Tom and Jerry was legendary.
It was.
If you ever go back and watch it, you won't believe how many adult things are really.
well, of
in
course.
I had the
it. It's
original.
ridiculous amounts.
I had Tom and Jerry like on, like TV and whatnot.
Mhm.
But I spent most of my days watching the Looney Tunes and the Muppet Show, like the
Mhm.
classic
Oh,
ones,
God, the Muppet.
the old shit, because I had the whole DVD collections of both. I had all, actually I think out at my dad's, we have all the Looney Tunes on like discs, and then
Really?
my mom had the entirety of the Muppet Show on discs.
Yeah, I love that Muppets
like the
episode where
classic 70s type shit.
I love that old Muppets episode where Kermit has to escape the cartel. That was a really good episode.
What do you mean?
I am.
Nobody knows.
Piggy, get in the car! Get in the car! Get the fuck in the car!
Piggy, get your porky ass in this car.
We need to go right the fuck now!
They're coming.
You had to see that, but you know that movie Mule by Clint Eastwood.
No.
I've wanted to watch
Oh,
that,
Mule,
but it-
was that the one with?
He has to take coke. He has to take drugs across for the cartel. So
Mhm.
Oh,
imagine
that
if
one.
Kermit was his partner in that.
Wasn't
It's
that
Clint
the-
Eastwood and Kermit?
That would be great.
It's just
Isn't that the
grizzled.
one where he says like
I don't
some
know what
fucked
you're
up
talking
shit though? Didn't that have like a lot of racial tension in it?
Well, it's Clint Eastwood, so.
Mule.
Yeah, but also, you mean you also look at Gran Torino?
Oh, Gran
I love
Torino
that
was
movie.
good,
I love
though.
that movie.
I don't think I
Gran
saw
Torino
Gran
was really good.
It's about
haven't
he plays
actually-
I think it was in the Vietnam War, right?
Yeah, he was like a
The Vietnam War, and
veteran.
his neighbors, I believe, I don't know if they're Vietnamese or Korean, but they're Asian. And it's all about him basically growing close to them and getting over the
okay.
racist ways that he was taught. By the way,
Well, that's good.
I watched the beginning of that again. I want to rewatch that, but
Mhm.
some of the slurs he used, I looked them up what they meant, and oh my god,
They're bad.
dude, oh my god.
I haven't seen a lot of Clint
Wow.
Eastwood movies. I think the only one I ever saw, and I've only seen parts of it, was the classic where he used the piece of metal like
Uh-huh.
in the gunfight. And you know the classic scene? Like they're
Yes.
having the chair is
fucking
squeaky.
squeak.
The chair is squeaky.
I kind of bounce when I laugh. That's
Yeah,
how
but
I
like
am.
it's making it.
Like a cartoon character.
I hope that doesn't
But-
get into it. I don't hear it. but-
No, but no, it was the classic one where they're having like an old western showdown, and
Well,
he
like the
shoots
good
him.
and the bad and the ugly type shit,
I think that
or
some
like,
shit like that.
men with no name
But he's
type
like
shit.
he was like he takes the thing off and he had like a metal plate, and then he takes out the guy. I think I don't remember.
Hey,
It
So
was
it's like-
it was what Back to the Future was referencing in 3.
So it's like an old western. You're talking just about like an
Yeah,
old
it was
western.
the one that made him really like.
Okay, so
Good,
it's
the bad,
probably
and the
yeah,
ugly.
it's probably like
is
the
that
good and the
is
bad and the
that what
ugly.
it was called?
That was his breakthrough role.
Then yes,
You
that
know,
I
actually,
believe
his
that.
breakthrough role was something else. I looked at the dude's been acting since 1950.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, he's
is
definitely
up
been-
with it. Is he still alive?
Yes.
Dude,
How the fuck did he survive 2016?
I don't know.
First of all,
Dude, I think
that
he's-
middle movie is like 3 years old.
I think he made a really brief
Him and-
appearance in like a really old like black and white horror movie.
oh my god, wait.
Mhm.
You know how Betty White's the vampire queen? Clint Eastwood is her thrall.
Oh my god!
That's
Oh.
why he's still alive.
And
made
they
a
both
blood
and they
pact.
both serve under Queen Elizabeth.
Betty White still does movies, dude.
Oh,
She does
she is
Hallmark movies.
she
She
is
was in a
funny.
Hallmark
She
movie.
is. She's funny as shit.
The
though.
day she dies, the sun's gonna go black. I can already
He's
feel
just
it now.
gonna have to come down and fight her soul.
We need a Clint Eastwood movie with Betty White. And just both
Yeah.
of them. A romance between them.
Oh my god, like an old couple, and they have to try and like.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, they're.
That'd be great.
Oh my god.
But there has to be like a twist to it. Like it can't just be like a haha
They're all
rom-com.
no.
It's got to be
Make
like
it a horror flick. Make it like it starts off normal, nice. They're just they're the neighborhood kind of like grandparents because they don't have kids of their own, so they're like a lot of everybody
Make 'em
else.
like-
And then they're secretly just murdering motherfuckers under their basement or some shit.
Dude, I can't imagine Betty White being a villain or horrible.
Well,
person.
no,
That
no,
sounds
they're
so
like
She's the
wrong.
vampire queen. What do you
no,
mean?
they're like Clint Eastwood is like the world is like taken over by like vampires, and like Clint Eastwood is just like wandering. No, like he's a wandering defender, and like his whole job is like to protect. But the whole, but like, well, no, but like
Guts.
he's got like a gun, he's got like a makeshift thing or whatever. But like
Oh, shit.
the deal was he had to take his wife with him the whole time,
Yeah.
so he's just Betty White with him the entire time.
She's on his back like C-3PO and Chewbacca.
She has like a bow and arrow like Katniss.
I
I
can
can't
imagine.
Betty White in anything that's not like
What if Betty?
romance or like
No.
comedy.
Replace Baby Yoda with Betty White.
Her in that floating scooter.
Her eating those fucking eggs, just
Oh no, mouth noise.
how
Dude,
dare you?
Oh well.
That was you're the one that did it first.
No, I went home. I didn't go.
You did it.
I was making an example. That one doesn't count. If it's an example, it doesn't
You know
count.
what?
You're right.
I doubt Mason listens to these anyways.
Yeah. Punching
Probably
defenseless
not.
people is wrong, so if you show it as an example by doing it again,
Exactly.
it's harmless.
Anyway, that's why I'm single.
Okay.
Anyways, back to nuclear detonation.
Nuclear? You mean nuclear?
Nuclear?
Nuclear.
Nuclear. Just like our sponsor today.
Nuclear. Facial acne remedy.
The clearnesses will be new to you.
The clearness
Oh,
is? What the
clearnesses-
fuck?
That's the name of their patented technology.
The clearnesses.
Clearnesses. Oh no.
It's like being clear, only more clear.
Only clearer.
it works
That's how it
100% of the time.
It's ridiculous.
60% of the time. It works every time. 60% of the time or whatever.
No, it's
Is it how's it go?
60% of the time. It
Every
works.
time.
Every time.
That doesn't make any sense.
Oh, how are we running on time?
Well, everything has to run on time.
Yeah, but I want to know how we're running on it.
We're like an hour and 16, hour and 17.
Oh,
minutes.
we're pretty
good
good
if
then.
you want to.
We can
Unless
end
you
at
want to
any
talk
time.
about more.
Unless you have something you need to
We can run
discuss.
this long. It's on your schedule.
I'm
I
fine
guess.
with keeping coming up with fan theories for Betty White movies that she's gonna do in the future.
All right, we can make another one.
And the best part is that whatever it is, it has to be also on Hallmark. Regardless
Betty
how
White.
ridiculous it is.
Betty White is like a John Wick character where she's like ex-military, and then someone starts coming after her.
She's like
And
a
she has to,
secret
like, fucking-
agent, and she's coming out of retirement, and all the kids are like, "What's going on, Grandma? Keep your head down, honey."
Well, no, the
They
kids,
take
the
the
kids,
Russians.
the kids are taken. No, it like starts out like it's supposed to be a horror movie. Like it's like this house in like the back of the woods, and it's like, do we really have to stay with Grandma for a weekend?
Yeah.
It's like, yes, honey, we have to go take care of things. So they leave, and it's like Betty White Grandma's like a little off-putting. It's like, oh, okay, but then like the agents or whatever start coming
Yeah.
in, and she's like, get down, and then she like pulls over a cabinet, and there's like guns behind it, and she takes one. And she's fucking.
He opens up the dog cookie jar and pulls out a pistol.
Oh my god. Oh, you know what? You know what's really cool lately, and which I will give props to YouTube for doing. It's probably the only time I'll give props to YouTube. Got him. Oh, I did not dab, but you went all the way. Disgusting. They have been making a lot of good older movies and some like 2000s movies free recently,
Oh, nice.
which I've been really enjoying because usually when I go into the movie section on YouTube, the free shit, they have one good movie from like the 80s or 90s.
Arguably good movie.
Well, like they had
Maybe.
like before the whole pandemic, I
Mhm.
think Terminator was one of them. I'm
well-
like, oh, that's decent. I'm like, that's okay.
It's a fun movie.
Yeah, it's a fun movie. It's you know, so I'm like, okay.
I need your
But when
clothes
the
and your
pan-
motorcycle.
With
So wait till
I'll
you see
be
the fourth
back.
one with Betty White.
No, this would
You guys
technically.
gonna have her face
Wait.
just feel the
One,
things that's freaking
two. Wait, there's Terminator 1. There was 2 where he came back to be a good guy. Was 3 the one that is no longer canon?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think Salvation was technically like
3.
4.
I thought Salvation was 3.
Was it 3?
I mean,
4?
that's a whole religious debate.
I don't.
If that was canon or not.
Oh, well,
No.
no. It was canon until they made the newest movie. So it is no longer viable,
Oh, is there a 4th Terminator?
unfortunately.
So we have to
Well,
wait
there's
for the
Dark
5th to
Fate,
get Betty White.
But wait,
Yeah.
there's Dark Fate, but then there's like another one that came out. There's like 2 newer Terminator
The newest
movies.
one has the chick super soldier
Is that Dark
from
Fate?
the past, and they're trying to save a chick instead of John Connor.
Right, but is that Dark Fate?
I have no fucking.
Because there was another one like before that one.
Hold on,
but there was, like,
let
another-
me just save us the
Just
trouble.
yeah, go ahead and look it up. I never
Anyways,
got like into
Term-
them.
How do you think the Betty White Terminator would be introduced into the universe? I think by killing Arnold.
No. It
just
starts
said it.
off. It starts off with Arnold coming in like the
Yeah,
red eyes glowing, and then Betty White just cuts through him, and she's like,
Betty White's one of those liquid Terminators. She's like
she's
one of
like-
the T-1000s.
she's a hybrid though.
I would imagine a giant
Okay.
hole gets blasted through
The
his chest, and then
Terminator-
through the hole you just see Betty White.
Okay. The Terminator 2 Judgment Day, Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines,
knew it.
Terminator Salvation
I knew it was
is the
4.
4th, and then Terminator Genesis is
That's
the
it.
5th, and then the newest one is Dark Fate.
I was
So
gonna
the
say.
newest one is Dark Fate is what I was talking about.
6 movies. That's
No.
ridiculous.
Technically Salvation, because I don't know anything about Genesis, but because of Dark Fate, Salvation doesn't exist, I don't think.
Yeah, but that's still movies made in the franchise.
Yeah, still movies
Yeah.
made in the Terminator franchise.
What the fuck was...
I think they're almost beating out Transformers at this point. Jesus.
Hold on, what in the actual shit was
At least
Genesis?
a good amount of the Michael Bay Transformers movies are actually
Wait!
at least enjoyable.
Wait!
They're entertaining.
They're entertaining.
Genesis was the one where Arnold comes back and he gets to fight old Arnold.
Yeah, that's Genesis.
Fuck.
When John Connor, leader of the human resistance
Oh, God,
against
we're getting a whole
Skynet,
synopsis.
sends Kyle Reese back to 1984 to protect his mother. Is this just a remake?
I'm here to fuck your milfs. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
It's just Betty White.
It was initially released in Singapore.
Nah, bro, that's a gilf.
Hold on. It was originally released in... Why was the initial release in Singapore?
Look, good kill.
Betty Gill. I'm sorry, I just can't. I couldn't do that. Why was Terminator Genesis so bad?
Oh my god.
Okay, so Genesis is literally just a retelling of the first 2 movies.
Really?
It's like a revamp. That's all it
really
is.
dumb.
Okay.
So Genesis isn't even a fucking...
So it's like Omega
so-
Ruby.
So Salvation and Genesis don't exist.
Yeah, right?
So there's only 4 real
Terminator
movies.
Soul Silver.
No. What are the new ones called? The Diamond and Pearl remakes.
Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl
Some
or
shit
something.
like
I
that.
think it was the opposite. The
Shining Diamond.
I mean the
Brilliant
new
Pearl.
ones.
That one
The
doesn't
new-
sound right though.
Can we just...
Brilliant Pearl.
Shining Diamond though. Diamond Shine.
Are the
You know the
DS
Rihanna song.
are the DS versions
bright like a
of
diamond.
Diamond and Pearl, are those remakes of an older rendition?
There's only DS remakes for those.
Well, they're not remakes.
What are we talking?
They're for the Switch.
Excuse me. Holy shit.
They're remaking them for the Switch.
Yes.
Okay, so these new ones are going to be the remakes of those.
Yes, the
Yes.
remakes of Diamond and Pearl.
Okay, because I knew they were for the longest time the older Pokemon games they were bringing.
They are to what Diamond and Pearl as Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire was to Ruby and Sapphire.
Okay.
If you haven't gone the theme, you like the
I
remake
got a
generations
Noibat.
in a row.
I got a Noibat.
Very nice. Are you playing Pokemon Go during the fucking
No, it
cast?
told me an egg was gonna hatch. So and
That's
So
fantastic.
it was
bro.
incredibly important as to do during the podcast.
I'm really glad you hatched that Noibat during the cast. You know what? Name that Noibat right now in the cast. Do it. Name it Schmelvin right now.
No.
Schmelvin.
Nuzzy.
No, Schmelvin.
Betty White.
Betty
Name it
White.
Betty White.
Betty White. It is.
Betty White, in the parentheses, the gilf.
I'm not doing the Gilf. I'm not.
No, it's Gilf. You have to have the 2 G's.
No, its name is Gilf.
And that's
That
the thing.
works,
During
that
the movie where she was like a secret agent, she has to have the gilf like tattooed on her lower back.
There's a one part where that slight part just like.
Oh
rips
my
off of
gosh!
his shirt and
No,
shows
I
it.
want a part where she has like a tramp stamp that says "Daddy's little girl" on it, and it has like a heart, and the the words are on that like that strip of like paper. You know what I'm talking
Jesus.
about?
You mean a fucking banner, first of
Yeah,
all,
yeah,
and
yeah,
second
yeah.
of all, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, if we're talking about fucked
Well,
up
I
shit,
mean-
I mean,
It's just an honorable thing for.
That's like your war paint. That's like your coming of age stories when you get your tramp stamp.
Oh my god! Can you imagine?
Getting a
Well, I
What
tramp
does a
stamp.
tattoo look like when you're like 90?
There's
Let's
some
get a
old
tattoo
people.
in your 20s.
There's some old people that have some dope ass tattoos.
here's a question though: if you had to get like, if you're, let's say we lived in society where tramp stamps were kind of like the coming of age. For
So
everybody.
I had to get
You
a
had
tramp
to
stamp.
get-
That was our society at this.
I mean, for like us.
There's a lot of girls that have them.
Okay, but I mean guys
In a world.
as
Guys
well.
get
Like
tramp
both.
stamps?
Like both. Like it didn't matter.
It's like your Agent 47
Like, it-
barcode tattoo, but you
Yeah,
have to get
yeah.
like a.
But you have to get a tramp stamp. So what would you?
What would I
you
want
have?
as a tramp stamp?
Yeah, what would you have?
Yes. See, like you know what the point of a tramp stamp is, right?
No.
So you have something to look at when you're hitting it from the back.
Exactly.
Yeah, but no, I don't. I don't want to see it.
It's also
Or
an
if you're wearing belly
advertisement.
shirts. Yeah, it's okay. But okay, if we're gonna have to have a tramp stamp,
Oh God. Shit. Knowing me, it would probably just be a Devil May Cry quote.
a whole quote.
Jackpot.
Oh,
The best
boy.
part is that no one would get that's a DMC reference except DMC fans.
Well, no,
Everyone
I'm
else
gonna
would-
get
it's just-
I'm gonna get jackpot, but then I'm gonna have ebony and ivory at like either side of the word.
No.
They're gonna be like smoking guns.
You picked a single word that he's.
Jackpot. That's their word. That's his
Oh
word.
my god.
Or let's rock.
I think I would have a Pokemon in Dex entry.
Just a whole dex entry.
Probably
the
the
deck-
one where Jigglypuff suffocates itself.
Oh no.
Or the one about Mega Houndoom literally burning from the inside. Or the one about the stump that's like a child who gets lost in the woods and fucking dies.
Oh yeah.
Wha-
Or just like a fun fact about like penguins.
Just you have something to read while you're back there, like, huh?
It says subscribe.
You're just back there fucking.
No,
Uh-huh.
no.
Okay, interesting.
My tramp stamp would be subscribe to Vitamin C.
You make your ass a billboard. Is that what you're saying?
Oh my god, I wasn't even thinking about
Hey,
that.
bye.
Subscribe to the Vitamin C podcast now.
Like
Oh,
I
shit.
literally do this. I do this.
Oh,
I
wait, do that
and
again. Wait, do that again.
No,
Just one more time.
no, fuck off. Dirt ball. You look greasy. That's why your shoes raggedy. That's why your shoes raggedy.
How,
why your
how do I
mom
look
and dad-
greasy? I look greasy because this fucking flannel you gave me. This flannel's what making me look
Blame
greasy.
my grandparents for that one, Chief.
Your grandparents are greasy.
Looks like you came out of the fryer, boy.
They looking crispy as hell, my guy.
Damn, would you walk out to McDonald's looking like that?
This motherfucker out here looking sauteed and shit. Who the
Saying-
fuck does that?
Looking like a triple stack double cheeseburger with no onions.
Yo, this motherfucker look
Well, I
like
know
he got.
I did specifically.
That's what I get. I don't get
This
onions
motherfucker
unless
looks
they're
like
chopped.
he look like he got no onions.
His boy look like he ain't even got no mayonnaise.
Yo, this,
Now that onions are not getting.
this motherfucker went light on the mayo. If you know what I'm talking about.
Motherfucker is the mayo. Oh shit!
This
Oh,
is devolved.
Here's a funny thing for you guys to react to. I just recently learned
No.
that there's something called chunky mayo. It is a product.
I've heard of it before, but I don't remember what it looks like.
I don't know
No.
why anyone would push that through.
There's no way that's real.
It could not be. I saw it in the memes. So probably.
There's no way.
But I
Cause
saw a whole rack
Mayo.
of chunky mayo.
Chunky, there's no way that exists.
Who knows? Maybe.
Hellman's Chunky. Truth or fiction?
Oh, it's probably fake. If it's on Truth or Fiction.
Claim photo shows Hellman Chunky mayonnaise on store shelves. Not true.
I knew it. Because that's just egg and, like, what, vinegar?
It's like eggs, I think vinegar, and
You just don't crunch up the
Something
eggs
else.
properly. That's it.
yeah, that's why I used to think when I was a kid, like I was
Crunchy Hellman's, now with shell.
I don't know what the
Chunk-
idea of shell.
no. Chunky Hellman's would literally just be, instead of putting eggs, like raw eggs in it, they hard boil the eggs first.
So it's just chunk of hard-boiled egg?
Yeah.
Still,
Chunk of hard-boiled egg.
still.
And
That's
it's gross.
It's mayo, dude. Like, what the
It
fuck?
doesn't belong in there.
Yeah, I mean that's. I'm glad it's fake.
Yeah,
Thank
absolutely.
What would that be? Would that be just like parts of like?
It would be parts of egg.
No, because then they couldn't put it on shelf. They'd have to refrigerate it.
It's the only thing in mayo that has like solidity.
What if they just added like cheese into it? Maybe that.
Well, that's
Oh.
bad.
Well, that's why it's chunky.
Oh, no, Cody.
Why are you trying to
Like
design
cottage
something mayo?
cheese.
Just throw,
chunks.
throw, like, tapioca pearls in that bitch and call it a day.
No, what is that egg?
The century egg?
Yeah.
Egg.
What is that egg? Oh, I don't know. One of those ones you, like, crack open for
Thanks.
egg.
So helpful.
Oh my god.
But you know how Casey just read my mind though?
what?
I said, you know that egg, and Casey said the egg I was looking for.
That is weird.
Yeah.
You guys are like twins. Although you look nothing alike.
Where the
You're
other
completely different. Actually, not different.
We're both white. Technically, we're linked.
You're only a little bit shorter.
he's literally an inch taller than me, and remember, I used to be taller than him.
You're starting something, man.
We're both white, equal.
No, no, no.
No.
It's not salt that boy.
Welcome to the Wheezecast, everybody. Cody wheezing in a quarter for 50 minutes. Let's go.
That's an impressive wheeze. I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you.
That's an impressive.
It's okay.
Forced. That
I
was
wish.
forced.
I wish
That's
he had
no
one.
application.
No.
Anywhere in life.
I wish he had one of those deep wheezes, like one of those like ones that sounds like it hurts your throat, like the.
All right. Hold on. Maybe I can out wheeze him.
I don't
Go ahead,
want
wheeze
you to
him.
be hurt.
Out wheeze. That's a good one. That's a good wheeze. See, I can't wheeze. I can.
That was pretty good.
It sounds like the soul just left you. Holy shit.
Yeah, give us a.
All right, I don't want to do it anymore. It hurts my throat.
You know what? Vitamin C is a good name, but I think the wheezing podcast is just.
The Wheezecast.
The wheeze cast.
You know what that sounds like? It sounds like we do weed.
Wouldn't-
No, that's the haze cast.
That's it.
That's
That's the blunt cast.
The bait cast.
the big cast, yo. Yeah, that's good. You get people coming in thinking they're gonna get like food. stuff.
Food, yeah.
But we're just in here high as shit, like.
Oh, and you can talk about food,
Stop.
bro.
Do you have any idea how many people have told Cody that he needs to start
What the
talking about
fuck?
food?
I mean, yeah, I'd be a great food reviewer.
Because you're so picky about fucking food, it's unreal.
You know what you're really missing
You're
on this
not
podcast,
fast.
though? Drink orange juice while you do it.
That's the thing. I told Cody that we should have like an
Wait.
orange or something,
Wait.
or have something to like eat or drink.
Wait. We have an orange vodka drink.
Sorry, I had to hold
We
back
get
the vomit.
I'm gonna move fast. Well, yeah, you have bad experiences with vodka. Well, you
I had
use
orange- I had
what?
orange
You
vodka
use
before.
the shittiest fucking
I use
vodka
shitty
in the
vodka.
world. Used what was it?
Orange juice.
Absol or whatever?
Absolute. Absolute.
Clorox or some
There's
shit.
a reason I don't catch it.
Yo, this shit is mythical, my guy.
Absolute, my bad. You use
Absolute.
Absolute, which is like basically hand sanitizer in liquid form.
Basically, yeah.
Like full liquidy.
No, hand sanitizer in liquid form is that fucking tequila that I bought.
That's not good tequila.
No.
It smells exactly like the hand sanitizer used to give us at Redner's when we were. When we were,
You can get drunk off
Out of it.
sanitizer, too. I think.
Unfortunately.
Well, when there was the shortage of sanitizer when I was working at
that
Redner's,
factory.
we got from a distillery. We got sanitizer made from the distillery. So it was basically just fucking liquor that we were coating our
Yeah, a
hands
bunch
with.
of companies chipped in places you wouldn't expect them.
And people say alcohol is not valuable.
I'm surprised that like the first layer of skin on my hands didn't burn off, and that like I wouldn't like just catch fire being near something.
Yeah,
Alcohol is probably
very
one
high.
of the greatest discoveries humanity's ever made.
It is one of the best
It has
and
changed
worst.
everything.
It is the best and worst.
It
One of them.
it can either be
Yes,
extremely
It
helpful
can
or it can
destroy
be a
lives.
poison.
It can destroy lives,
Do you
or it could save lives.
Yeah,
Here's the
essentially.
thing, though. You really think people wouldn't be shitty if they didn't have alcohol, anyways?
No, they'd be
No, people
shitty
would still be
regardless.
shitty.
Right.
See, that's
it just
why
amplifies it.
that's a big problem. Why like a lot of people and they're like, oh well, you know, oh you don't drink, don't do this. It's like in moderation, with the exception of a few things.
Well,
Moderation is how you control good and bad. There isn't really a good and bad. There's like, what situation are you
Right,
creating? You know,
The best advice I was ever given is don't drink when you're sad. Drink when you're already in a good
Yeah,
mood.
that-
because
yeah.
It'll never go wrong.
Exactly. Like I stopped drinking. I stopped getting drunk when I was in a bad mental state. You fucking
'Cause
saw
it
that.
amplifies it.
You saw that shit.
Yeah.
You saw the full fucking force of
That
my
was-
mental state.
That was a fun
I
night, though,
I
regardless.
once again would like to apologize.
No, you didn't bother
That
me.
was
dude.
horrible.
you bothered me.
I only bother Casey and Nate.
If anything, it was really chill in a way, because
And there was
I-
a chill part of it,
the chill part of it was the fact that you were opening up, man. You're being oh cool.
but
That stuff doesn't bother me. I like some of my favorite like memories ever are just like sitting with a group of people and just talking about emotions, bro.
and shooting the shit.
Dude, that's some of the best shit. I had one of those nights.
That's why I think our generation is very good at like this is one thing we're very good at is just being open.
Yeah, I think we're there. There's a little bit like there's like two sides of the coin. It's like there's bad parts of it where like sometimes we're over
Emotional.
oversteering for the last generation and their like misjudgments. So like the previous generations before us were very callous, a lot more closed in, a lot different than us, and now we're overcorrecting for that in some ways. But at the same time, it helps us because now we're a lot more accepting of a lot of things, like like weed. You're never gonna get that out of California. That's a staple. It has a lot of medicinal uses. It stops a lot of crime and like people dying over $10 of weed.
What's really funny about weed though is that like the other generations were cool with that shit too.
Yeah, of course they
They
were.
were, yeah.
They're not
It's
gonna
always been
say
illegal.
that though because they're making money over fighting
Yeah.
it.
I can't tell you how many people I've known that are like
I
older.
mean,
and
I
they're
don't
like,
personally smoke, but
like, oh, I can't believe they're gonna make that shit legal, and they're just like, oh yeah, when I was 20, I used to smoke that shit all the
you know
time.
how much cheaper? You know how much cheaper it'll be, or it is compared to going to some guy who sells you like this much for like $400 fucking in school or some shit.
Your number's a little off. But yes.
Well, like you understand that like if it's government regulated,
You
first
can
of
get a
all,
decent amount for $20.
no lacing, much cheaper, easier to get, same rules as alcohol. Don't fucking drive with it.
Taxable.
Taxable.
Public and taxable. No public intoxication and no drugs and driving. It's the same fucking rules, and you're not getting people dying over something so minuscule like that. Like you remember? I'm not gonna say his name, but back at the factory that we used to work at, he said his cousin literally, I think it was his cousin or his friend, I can't remember. He literally was shot in a fucking McDonald's for less than an ounce of weed. He was murdered at a McDonald's parking lot for less than an ounce of weed.
That is one of the saddest stuff.
Yeah, one of the
That's what I'm
saddest places to
saying.
go is in a fucking McDonald's
and
parking
what-
lot.
what-
Well,
over, too.
but that's the thing. It's like the lacing. There's a famous veterinarian that my grandfather likes the show. It's like I think Dr. Pole or some shit.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and I think his son died to something about drugs, and I'm pretty sure I could be
Keto?
wrong about this. No.
Ketamine?
I'm pretty sure it was just laced weed.
That's K2.
Well, K2 is
K2 is synthetic.
different. Yeah,
It's
K2 is synthetic. But
yeah, but they lace weed with like just like horrible shit.
oh, look, some grass I found. They'll
No,
I'm
grass-
pretty sure it's chemicals.
No,
Yeah, I was
they-
gonna say
they
grass
do-
you found isn't gonna do shit.
No, they do, but they totally do that shit as well.
Chemicals.
They 100% just grab what they have.
Chemicals.
Fucking terrible.
I mean, like, didn't they find like traces of other drugs inside of it?
Yeah.
They found like cocaine sometimes in weed.
Yeah.
They'll just jack the shit out of weed to just make it fucking
Cleaning products.
Crazy.
I'm sure was found and shit too.
like
It's-
fucking what borax or something.
I wanna try it just to have the experience.
I
I
think
was like, I can't trust it.
go to Maryland.
Yeah, I know I could.
I would love to try it too. Like I would love
I
to
don't.
just.
I don't want to smoke because I'm like I'm iffy when it
Yo,
comes to
edibles, though.
oxygen. Yeah, edibles is what I want to try.
Bro,
They're a lot
brownie and high,
stronger.
like, it's pretty
They're a
nice.
lot stronger, but real talk, like I'm a fat ass foodie, so like
Let's just all three of us. Let's just go get high.
let's just go to Maryland, go see Nick,
You
hook
think
us up.
for a minute that I would ever
How
not
dare
do
you?
that? Definitely have to.
Let's just do it. Let's go. Let's go get high right now.
Yeah.
Come on. Let's go. Here we go.
Here we
I'm
go.
not-
I do plan on going to tournaments over in Jersey or New York, maybe.
Oh,
That shit stinks though.
Yeah, it
Yo,
does.
oh my god!
It smells
That's the thing.
disgusting.
Nate, he gets a headache or a migraine from just smelling that shit.
It smells
Another
fucking
reason
disgusting.
why I would only do the edibles.
Well, edibles don't smell. I mean,
They probably smell
not
better
as-
because it's mixed in.
well, yeah, not as bad, but you're probably gonna get some of that residual
Yeah,
effect.
I mean, the only people that ever say it smells good are people that smell it all the time. Of course. It's
Well,
gonna smell
honestly, if you get like a cookie or a brownie, the only time you're gonna smell the marijuana in it would
I want
be
that
if
shit
you
in a cannoli.
put it up to your fucking face like food and smell it.
good. Yeah. Oh, there's your buddy.
Oh, is that Phil?
Yeah, it's Paul.
Paul.
He's chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Look, Paul's going to the ocean.
I want a weed cannoli.
no,
I hate cannolis.
that sounds disgusting though. The way weed smells, it sounds like something. that
In the
would not-
creaminess of
love
the
cannoli,
cannoli, the creaminess of the cannoli just turns me off with it.
That's because it's like a
What flavor
ricotta
does weed
base.
have? What flavor?
It's
does
a
weed
plant.
have? Yeah, but like, I mean, people
I know
love
the
it in
smell. The
brownies.
smell is awful.
We probably sound so lame right now. What does weed taste like? What does weed taste like? What the
Yeah,
hell?
I mean, there is. That's one thing I always hated about weed though.
What?
The connotation that you've never tried it, you're lame.
yeah.
But it's like
that sounds
why the fuck is that my
You know
problem?
those dare programs and stuff like that.
Oh my god!
Well,
And they
there's-
make it sound like those kids that are like, "Oh, you didn't smoke weed, you're not cool." But that shit's real.
Well,
That's
there's
not an exaggeration.
there's the people.
Yo, Paul's going on the Instagram.
Well, the story. The
Ladies and
story.
gentlemen,
Wow.
if you wanna
There's
head
like
down to
two
the
types
description
of
and
like
go check out the
weed
Vitasnap, you can see
smokers when they encounter like someone who hasn't smoked it. They're like, "Oh my god, you're so lame," or they're like, "Oh my god, this is a fresh slate. We can totally have you try this. Like right the fuck now. Let's do it. Come on. I'll take you in. Come on."
That shit's partially legit.
Say hi,
There,
Paul.
there was a guy that was like, because back in high school I was heavier. Right?
Mhm.
There was a guy who legit tried to get me to start smoking because he said it ruins your appetite. It messes with your appetite, so you could lose weight. I was like, "Do you work for Marlboro or something that you're trying to get me into this?" Like,
Right.
I don't understand. Legit dude trying to get me into cigarettes. It's chilling.
Paul's just chilling now.
good photo because I close.
Oh, there's two of them.
Oh wait, there's two of them. One of them is.
Wait.
You didn't even notice that one?
I didn't even see that little motherfucker standing there.
You have so many stink bugs.
I see the one up there by Jesus, but I don't see the. What the fuck? Dude, these things are all over the place, dude.
Well, yeah, they're by
Like
the
especially
trees.
in like my like.
Especially have an air conditioner. You probably don't have it taped properly. You don't have it taped at all.
You should see my air conditioner.
Yeah, that's why you get tape. That's how they get in. They love air conditioners.
No, I know. They get it in, especially when I turn it off.
They're just annoying. Like they don't do anything.
It's
I
dude.
don't care though. Look, he's propping up. He's like, take my photo. Take
No,
my
he's
photo."
squaring up. He wants to fucking throw down.
For those who can't
These
see,
are both.
obviously,
These are
everyone.
both going on the Vitasnap.
He's
so
going
if you
from
want to go
each
see
stink
these.
bug 1 to 1 and doing like a photo shoot.
Yeah, like no one's you know. Oh, there he goes. He's on the lamp now.
And they like the lamp. I don't know why.
Because
Well,
they're
that's,
insects, Cody.
that's it for the stink bug intermission.
Yeah, I'm putting that on the Vitasnap. So if you want to go, that it's in the
The
description.
Vitasnap?
Yeah, that's
what
our
it's
that's
called.
our.
That's our
That's
Instagram.
so like that's clean of a name.
Well, we were originally going to call it Vitamin Snap, like that was going to be like
Oh
our
yeah.
Instagram.
Is that you?
Yes, it's me as a Who. It's a Who fuckboy.
Yeah, he has this thing where he makes.
Read the comment.
What's the way?
That was
Well,
Casey's idea.
This whole thing is like Cody has this thing where he makes himself look like a Who from Whoville.
Uh,
Yeah, there it is. He was like a fucking there he goes. He's doing the Who face.
Impressive, dude. That's a fucking skill right there.
Yeah, he looks like a Who from fucking Whoville.
All you have to do is push up your nose a bit. Like the
I don't think they're that.
no, their
That
noses are pretty.
I don't think they're that pork nosed though.
Kind of are.
Yeah.
I guess it's open to interpretation.
It's
Even though the specific visuals you can look up.
I'm looking for Who right now.
So what time?
Time.
Time.
I think we're
almost at 2 hours.
yeah, I think we're okay. I
fucking
think we got
1:45.
plenty.
Yeah.
All right, so ladies
You
and
want a
gentlemen,
podcast to go past 2 hours.
No.
I don't want to edit that either. I don't think
We don't probably have a
You know
lot to
what?
edit out how much
You know
is
what?
sitting at The table.
I'm literally just not going to edit this one.
There might
You'd probably I would still edit it.
No.
Dude, you know how many times you slammed your fucking hands against
Oh,
the
I never
table?
edit those anyways. I don't edit that shit out. What the fuck's wrong with you? We're a raw podcast.
Yeah, raw.
Raw, lazy.
Raw. Like it might have been OC.
Vitamin OC.
And orange. But I started saying vitamin, so I committed to C.
Hey, yo, it's vitamin O.
It's vitamin O.
We didn't even make the joke with me how my name's Kyle.
Vitamin
We did
K.
Vitamin K.
This is vitamin C. This is vitamin C. This is vitamin K.
Yeah, that was supposed to be the point.
Yeah.
Yo, Cody, it's CKC, dude.
CKC.
CK.
Yo,
Rest
shit.
in peace. The forums.
What is that?
The forums.
Old forum we used to frequent.
It's called Kaiju Combat.
It was back in the day, way back.
It
in
was
the day.
like a Godzilla kind of thing. They were making a Godzilla game, and
We probably talked about it on the cast already.
there's a lot of drama.
Oh, he's cleaning.
Oh.
But they yeah, there's a lot of drama around it because the creator, the owner of the forum and everything, kind of like the game fell through and
Whatever.
to shit.
We talked about that. It's fine.
Yeah.
Thank you everybody for showing up to another episode of the
Go
podcast.
check out
Kyle,
Paul and his girlfriend.
Kyle, thank you for showing up.
Can I plug my shit?
Sure, go for it.
You've been doing it for the
Yeah,
past-
go ahead. Just scroll down. It's miscellaneous.
Yeah, just plug everything.
I can't give it my Instagram.
You can
Give
give
whatever you
you
want.
want. You just gotta send me the links after.
Yeah, it's just me in a bikini, perpetually over and over.
That's
again.
hot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I follow
But
it.
I'm still fully clothed. That's the difference. That's the aesthetic.
Yeah.
You said the other one's name was Phil. Paul and
Phil.
Phil
What the hell's Phil?
from the
Oh,
They're
the
a
snake
couple.
bugs.
They're a
Yes.
couple. They're making things work.
podcast.
But so your Instagram?
I don't have Instagram.
Oh well, you were just
That's the biggest.
you were just fooling. So I guess just your Twitch.
But if you do go to twitch.tv/it's_miscellaneous,
It's miscellaneous. Yes. Yes. Good.
and then there will be all my other links that you can hop on. I have a Discord, Twitter that I don't use yet.
Nice.
But
We don't-
Discord I do use.
We don't use shit. Like
We
all
should get
of
a
our social
Discord.
medias. I have to go through and like
Discord helps.
update. We have to actually go through at some point and update all our social medias.
Oh, absolutely.
because
we'll
I can
they're-
tell you right now, probably nothing will do more for you than YouTube. But
Yeah. Well.
yeah, for sure.
But anyway.
thanks for having me on.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Thank
Thank
you
you for
for-
joining us.
Yeah, it was
Thank
fun.
everybody for watching, or listening, if you're there. And we will all see you in the next one. Cody, is there anything you wanted to end off with?
So look forward to mouthwash, I guess.
Yeah. Cool.
And see you in the next one.
I'll use it too.